Salute everybody. Welcome to Miss Parker. Miss Parker, I hope everybody's having a blessed Taco Tuesday. Um, whew, the Nolan Wells case, the dark side and the narrative. Every day it shows us how deep down the rabbit hole this case is about to go. It's also showing us the dark side, a very dark side. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me get this all the way off so I won't be distracted. Okay, I thought that the interviews uh, that was very cringing, not just cringing, but very telling. But Officer Tatum has come to the forefront as one of the characters in the Nolan Wells case. He has come to the forefront to save the Blue Boys, to save the elite, to show the world that they didn't do anything wrong. They're innocent. I'm gonna go to the biggest people, to the ones that I think are going to side with me. I'm trying to think why you don't go on Don Lemon, because Don Lemon's gonna ask the real questions. But now you're trying to get someone that is on their necks, and you gotta ask why. Why? Because he wants to change these elites' perspectives, and the elites that I'm talking about is on the Nolan Wells side, because he's working for the dark side elites, and it shows you how dark and deep things can really get when there's power involved. Okay, and a lot of people are going with this narrative. They're trying to get Nolan's mother fired. They're leaving bad reviews to even where the patients are speaking bad about a mother that just wanted answers. She didn't accuse. She just wanted answers. And this is where it's led her. Bad reviews. Threatened. But her threats are water under the bridge. But the FBI wants to know who's threatening Ashley, who's threatening Warren, who's threatening Wyatt. We will not tolerate threats against the elite and the dark side. Is that strange or not? All of it's been strange enough. But let's get into it. Let me get my shout outs. First off, hit that like button for me. Let's hit that like button to each and every one of you guys. Even if you're just passing by, just browsing through the commentary, just hit that like button for me. Also, share the live out. And also, guys, help me reach my goal of 10, okay? It's a incentive given to content creators by YouTube, okay? Help me reach my goal of 10. I don't care if it's $1, okay? Let me get my shout outs, read my disclaimer, and let's get into it. And also, I'll get to that after I do my disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, scholarship, research, and educational purposes. Thank you, Goddess. And what up, Goddesses? Hey, my mother's keeper sister, what's going on? TT sis, what it do, what it do, what it do? Yes, tap that like button, y'all. Make sure your notification bell's on, even though YouTube, you know what I'm saying, be clocking the bitch and don't want a bitch to get their shine on, you know? Good old hating ass shit. Hey, Samad sis, what's going on, Barbie sis? Lametria sis, Stephanie sis, what's going on, Taekwon baby? What's going on, sister? What's going on, Betty sis? Hey, Natty, what's going on, Natty? Lametrius, what's going on, T-Lady? Thank you, Melody. Thank you for the jewels. I appreciate the gold coin. Thank you. Hey, Mimi, what's going on? Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Adrian, what's going on, Bookie? Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you for the flower. Thank you, baby. What's going on, Precious sis? What's going on? The fact that there wasn't even an attempt to save his life from any of them shows how evil these kids was. Absolutely. What's going on, Time Warp Sis? What's going on? What's going on, Erica? What's going on? How you doing, Erica? Thank you for coming through. Thank you, Cynthia, for the eagle. Thank you. Hey, Melody, what's going on? What's going on? Leslie, what's going on? What's going on? Make sure y'all welcome everybody in the building, okay? Make sure y'all grab y'all green jackets because we're gonna have commentary throughout the year. So make sure you subscribe and grab a membership, okay? It's probably get cold outside, okay? Keep a motherfucking warm and shit. Man, I had to come and hear Judge Mathis breakdown of everything. Hey Sherry, what's going on? I had to hear what he said because we heard from the funeral director yesterday. I did a virtual live and I heard what he said, and he said it's very, very, very rare that Stacey Turner would send DC Nolan's body. Hey Dee, what's going on, Bookie? They would send Nolan's body for a second autopsy, knowing, and he said you cannot do an autopsy without all the remains. He said, and they're supposed to communicate with the family. Yeah, they're supposed to communicate with his mother and father and ask, is it okay that they keep this for further research? If they did that, do you think that Ben Crump would have done that press conference about the second autopsy? Hey, Edsis, what's going on? What's going on? Melody said the story shows what's done in the dark will come to the light. And moderators, can I drop 357 Broadway? He's been covering it. He's a content creator in the Mo3 sector, but he's definitely been covering this on his Twitch and stuff like that. So Erica, if you can drop, I'm gonna mod you up really quick. If you could drop his information, just for information and stuff for Broadway's link and stuff to get our perspective in our sector, because our sector is one of those, it's kind of hard to, you know what I'm saying, dialogue when it's real conversation. But Broadway's perspective has been the same as ours, you know, and coming from usually, you know, we're scratching and doing all the BS. He's really stepped it up and really been into the Nolan Wells case. Hold on. There you go, Erica. Erica's going to drop 357 Broadway's Twitch. Also, Shank Rock is on Twitch. Samad, if you can drop, hey, yours truly, if you can drop Shank Rock's Twitch and his YouTube channel, drop Willie D's link, and also drop the Art of Dialogues link, Rain of Fire as well, and Tisa Tales, because Tisa Tales has had pictures come to her of Bart and Katie. Shout out to Cutwater, Lime Margarita. Yeah. I said we wasn't taking Katie's ass off the table. Thank you, yours truly. Thank you for the floating heart. I said we wasn't taking you off the table, Katie. See, nobody gets taken off the table. Not even Tristan at this point. Hey, Valerie sis. Because Tristan wanted to be involved so bad. Officer Tatum thought, let me get all the friends. You can't get all the friends. You have to get who was on that boat. See the narrative? Okay, yours truly. See the narrative? The times keep changing. Tisa Tales did the location of the coordinates, like Secret Service Sam. Also drop Secret Service Sam's YouTube, please. Hey, Smart Vet. Why is everybody's coordinates leading up to land and sand? Not 31 feet deep of water. Because y'all saying, jump off. Everybody get off the boat. He said people was getting on and off the boat. That's what Warren said. So we trying to, in 31 feet, and the boat is sinking. Either we staying on the boat or we getting off. It's not adding up, right? Wait, but wasn't Nolan supposed to stay back to talk to Katie? Shallow water, absolutely essence. Katie said Nolan went to get on the boat with Warren and them. Rumor is he was doing drugs. Hell, all of them was doing it. See, I knew this was good. What I say, y'all? What did I tell y'all? They're gonna come back and say he was drinking and he was doing drugs, but didn't Warren say he was drinking and shit? Could we not tell with the phone call, the 911 call that, the phone call, not a 911 call, but the CTO call that Warren was inebriated? See, if we're going to call one out, call them all out, okay? All they asses was drinking. All of them. And no telling what else. That's not the point. The same way his mama being Chinese, Japanese, Blackanese, or whatever's not the point. See, we keep skipping past what happened to Nolan. Hey, Kiki. That's the problem. That shows more and more. You know what I'm saying? It just gives us more and more. Oh, he was drunk. He was on drugs. Of course, Stacey Turner's toxicology is going to come back to that. Would I say I doubt that Nolan was doing anything? What they got to do with Nolan being unalive? Hey, Kiki. What's going on, Tawana? Hey, Alicia. I need your Twitch. Can somebody drop my Twitch? Thank you, Erica, for dropping 357 Broadway. Make sure y'all subscribe. I love you, Miss Parker. Keep doing what you do, love. Gotta go. Thank you, Santi. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Why blame the deceased? I don't want those type of friends in a situation like that. Please try to help me. I'm saying. Now, who lying? The mama's been. If Nolan drowned, why are we trying to get the mama fired? Why is the governor again trying to press charges against Ben Crump and Al Sharpton? Why is Officer Tatum being told to sue the mama and the daddy? For what? Want answers? Somebody tell me in America, now we can't get answers. We can't get answers for the death of our loved ones. That's a crime. I never knew that. Hey, Alicia, sissy. Nolan wasn't drunk. If he was the only one. Right. Especially why the boat wasn't sinking where the sinking boat pictures. Why haven't anybody examined the boat? First of all, the water's filling the boat. You know, if it's above your ankles or not. Come on, Natty. Is the water above? Where's the water? How much water's on the? I don't know. What was the panic, Officer Tatum? Because the narrative you spinning, baby, it's sick. It's sick and it's sad. I'm going to tell y'all why he's spinning this narrative, okay? If they, I knew they was going to say he was drinking, but let's be honest, it was 4th of July weekend and all the kids was wasted. Hell yeah, my kids was wasted. Shit. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you for the flower. My kids was wasted. Okay? And I was with my kids. My youngest is 22, but they was wasted. In front of me. Everybody got their own crib. They on their own. But they was wasted. Okay? I was wasted. The fuck? Definitely was. Early on, they said there was an argument because they was trying to get him to do drugs, and he declined because of Monday weigh-in. Do anybody recall that? I definitely heard that essence. Hey, C. Martin, what's going on? Because they thought by saying no foul play and drowning, the parents was going to believe it. They didn't inspect an investigation. Nolan stated he do not do drugs. He was no part of any of that type of behavior, but he videoed everything, even all the sexual acts. That's why his phone is missing. They were doing a lot of illegal stuff. And we know Nolan was great. Gonna be a football player. Hey, Badia, baby. Hey, Karen. Nolan was great to go be one of the biggest football players ever. Drinking, yeah. We throwing back liquor. All of them was. Warren said they was drinking. But see, now they want to point out Nolan was drinking. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all leave me on the boat with a dude, on the island with a dude. And y'all think that even though I don't get on the boat with the dude, I'm going to swim back that far? We know he wouldn't have made it. But I know he wasn't dumb. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Now people want to speak up and speak out. Now, the judge is saying, okay, we're not doing any more videos. We're done. Should have did one anyway. This is an investigation. I've never known people to just come and speak out like that during an open investigation. Okay? Are rumors true? Hey, something sweet. Rumors like what? Thank you, Santia. She said, clock it. Tatum needs to take a flying leap somewhere with his bootlicking tail, man. What you mean our rumors true? It's all kind of rumors out there. I think either Nolan recorded something, someone wanted to delete it, or someone was jealous over the girl Nolan was talking to. Bart looks like he could and would be that type. Hey, Chill. What's going on? Y'all make sure y'all follow Chill, okay? Drop your link, Chill. Thank you, Melody. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Let's get into why I can see why Tatum is pursuing this narrative. Let's get into it. Hold on, guys. Get into my big screen here.
And like for instance, we
trying to figure out off to say what the hell is wrong with looking at yourself as black first before you're anything else, black before you're American, black before you're anything else. What's wrong with that?
Okay, because all black people ain't the same. And like for instance, we all different. So when I say I'm black, what does that mean?
Wait, ain't even if you're white, ain't white people ain't all white people different? Nobody's the same. Nobody. That don't mean we ain't black. I don't give a damn if you're rich. Your ass is still black, okay? I don't give a damn if you think you're smarter than a fifth grader. Your ass is still black. The self-identification is scary. I mean, he went through a whole breakdown. He said, we're black and different. I ain't your kind of black. Nobody's kind of black. It's hood blacks, sophisticated blacks, bougie blacks, homeless blacks, crackhead blacks. But ain't it the same with white people? Homeless white people, bougie white people, sophisticated white people, but ain't they still white when we look at them? I mean, whether we look on the inside, we all got organs. I'm confused. Thank you, Chill, so much. Tristan is Tatum in the making. Absolutely. I can agree with that. Hey to Don, what's going on? I hope they all go down hell through the whole tight knit community away. I'll throw the whole tight knit community away and put Tristan in front of the line for going against his ancestors. Man, thank you, Chill, so much. Them people are trying to do damage control and cover up things. What's going on, Candy Sis? Absolutely, Samad. The Don said, duh, we definitely not like you. We not. We are not like him at all. Did he say, I don't like Judge Mathis? Yes, Ms. Parker. If Tatum was in that predicament with white men, they would have did him the same way. Tatum is a complete, man, word as hell, C. Martin. Word as hell. Hey, honey, 5K. Our blood is the same color. We all bleed the same. Hey, Angel sis, Nolan deserves justice. Absolutely. And don't forget to follow those channels. Samad, drop your link too. Honey 5K, make sure you drop your links, sis, okay? And drop Tisa Tales, drop Willie D, and drop Art of Dialogue, okay? I honestly believe he's doing what he's doing because he has been. Yes! See, Martin, I've been said that. This is a paid person. Has anyone seen Wyatt? Nah, Wyatt ain't seen Wyatt. Shit. They probably doing rehab and some more shit. Okay? Disgusted as well as a privilege is just crazy. We not back in the day. Yeah. I mean, he's trying to remove himself. He's really an Uncle Ruckus, y'all. He's really an Uncle Ruckus. And it's sad. Because we watching this in today. I never thought I'd see it in real time. Like, I know I see my blacks that think they better than other blacks and stuff like that. And they made it a race thing. Absolutely. She said, I bet you. Man. Let's finish it. Let's finish him what he's saying. He's not our black.
Color my
Can I interject right there?
No. Black people from New York is different than black people from the South.
That
Black people from Africa that came over here as immigrants are very different than African Americans.
Duh, we don't even sound the same. We know that blacks up north don't sound nothing like the blacks down south. We also know that it's a such thing as Southern hospitality. We've heard that, and we don't need you to come and say that's why you're not identifying as black, sir. Your ass is still black. You are my complexion, sir. He won't be Donald Trump orange so damn bad right now, right? Facts. They got them boys on the Vita drips trying to clean them systems and everything. Man, I mean, talking about a Michael Jackson. I'm just saying. Yeah, they are. Miss Parker, we need to do a live together about these celebrities. Absolutely chill. I'm off Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I can do one on like Fridays and Saturday nights. We have different cultures. Absolutely. Don't the white people too? Facts. I can't stand Tatum. I don't like him. They shouldn't have done any interviews knowing that those yeah, he's so mad because he thought being black, he's Blackanese. He's Blackanese. He's down on his knees with those blue people down in Mississippi getting that good money. And he was supposed to come and clear their names, being that he's an officer and all. He was supposed to come and make African Americans say, hey, Miss Christine, Nolan drowned. There's no foul play. But see, we the type of black people, we see and smell the bullshit. Okay? You should have did that somewhere else. Yeah, you should do that with another black community. African Americans, we ain't going. Not just African Americans, but Secret Service Sam, Nancy Grace, and so many other white people aren't going. They're not. Tatum son show look black. Okay? I don't like Tatum either. He's always been anti-black. It's crazy. You get what I'm saying? That's crazy, DD. When the police, hey the queen, when the police get ready to pow us down, black is black. He tried debating that with the law of the justice system. I need Katie to bring her funk ass up here and tell us what's up with Bart. Girl, Latasha, he married to mayonnaise because now they have nothing to stand on to defend none of the lies. They screwed themselves and the grandfather. Okay? All right, chill. I'll get with you and let you know how everything's looking for Saturday. I'll let you know on Friday, okay? I don't want to put a yes on and then you be looking for me and a child. What's going on, Maisha? What type of officer is he? A Ruckus black, or Uncle Ruckus black, okay? Just because you marry a snow bunny don't make you mayonnaise king, man. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, Latasha Boss Lady, those recordings got Tatum fighting the earth, him and the grandfather. Okay, he got that slave money, y'all. Tatum got that slave money, baby. That old dark money, that blood money that they put on JFK's head. Yeah, he got that kind of money. I don't want none of that. What's going on, Pooh? Love you. What's up with Bart? Bart allegedly. Tisa Tales did a live and drop Tisa Tales link, please. She said Bart and Katie was a thing. That Bart and Katie was a thing. Now, I don't know if that was a thing of the past, but how dare Nolan's black ass mess with Katie? And you know, homeboys get mad about that. Even the white boys, black and white, you know? Nolan looking at like, hey, y'all ain't together. I asked her, she said, y'all ain't together. We'll play that. She said, yeah, I heard that too. Katie was his ex. I believe it. But let's finish listening, and we're going to get into Judge Mathis, and then we're going to get into what Officer Tatum has had to say now and where he's ready to go now. He couldn't push that narrative with Stephen A. Smith. He thought since Stephen A. Smith comes and pops his shit amongst his own black people, that he had a win-win situation, y'all. He just knew he landed on Plymouth Rock when he went and sat with Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen A. Smith took him through there. Yeah. He went out of there hitting the earth. Okay? For the fact someone in the background said GD Bart, and we'll get to that too. Now remember the movie Bronx Tales, people with so much sense. Crazy work. Man, I knew it. A house ninja will protect the master's house even when it's their man against their own. Alicia, you heard me. A whole house ninja. Y'all got to go back to y'all. This what makes y'all have to go back in history. I seen a picture of Katie and Javon at prom together. That girl really got around. Damn, Katie and Javon and Big Bar, we know you was writing them narcotic scripts. Who said he was writing narcotic scripts? Allegedly. Because I know they're ready to, they up there talking about sue content creators and stuff for putting narratives on them of the lies they told. I'm confused. Because we don't want to go with y'all narrative. We don't got to go with y'all narrative. Are y'all cool? Or just crazy? Trying to drop your link too. Make sure y'all follow 357 Broadway. Make sure y'all follow Shank Rock. Shank Rock is heavy covering it. Make sure y'all drop Payday's link for me, please. As well. Katie was around the way, girl. I'm starting to think she was trying to make Bart jealous. Mind y'all, the first interview said Bart wasn't there and was on vacation somewhere. See, I got to go back and listen to that first interview because I thought Warren said that Bart was coming in town and he wanted to hang with his buddy. What's going on, Capricorn Chronicles, sis? Katie was a pass around. And Big Bart, we know, boy. Hey, Lisa Wilson. Hey, sis. Justice for Nolan. That's why Warren said Nolan was crazy. Yup. You know what? Leslie? That shit makes sense. That shit right there makes 100% sense. I'm going to tell y'all why. Because we all try to figure out, hey, Black Warriors, what's going on? We all try to figure out, why did he say that? But if one of the homeboys was already taking Katie down through there, that's what one would say. He's a pain management physician, the dad. Wasn't he older than all of them? Probably buying the liquor. Can we see who purchased the liquor and shit? The alcohol? Because Warren, when they got the call, he said wasn't nobody over the age of 21, but Warren said that Bart is the one who was pulling and towing and tugging and turning around his boat. Yes, it was. Everyone knew what Bart was going to do, and I think some participated. I bet y'all when it's all said and done, Bart is going to be the key to it all. He seems to be the key. He seems to be the key to it.
We're all different. We're diverse like anybody else. When white people say I'm white first, what does that mean?
Let's stick with black people in this regard. When you talk about the slave trade, and you said we were enslaved and then traded all over the world. Who were those people? Black people.
Well,
I'm trying to say, I'm simply saying if you
He said, I was trying to say my ancestors, motherfucker, all our ancestors. He said, I was talking about my ancestors, all of our ancestors. Fool. This is what you call a real fool. Sit your good narrative spinning ass down somewhere and go learn your history. Okay? Like for real. It's what makes my ass itch. The ignorance. And just when I think I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I need to bring history back on my channel and do it, which I am. But this right here is just pure ignorance. The bottom line is Nolan didn't hurt himself. They know what happened to him and they're lying about it. Absolutely. Lil Bart is 21. He said Lil Bart. Big Bart also works for the Memorial Health System. I bet the mama purchased it. We heard wasn't no parents there. Then Warren mama said she was there for about 10 minutes. She know what happened. I'm confused about how the fuck we leave the party, but we know what happened at the party. Have y'all ever heard that? We might have heard shit that happened at the party. If that. But we don't know what happened at the party once we leave. We can't say at 8:15, my buddy was there. I don't know what men say. What's going on, Gina? And I know Officer Tatum, since he's from Nigeria, he knows there's a museum about the slave trade with the boats. That boy that did the second interview said his last words to Nolan was him saying something slick to him about the girl he was talking to. Who did see Martin? Not Pitts Park up or dragging everybody. I'm with it. I'm just saying you got to make shit make sense.
But if you identify with that from an historical perspective, this is my ancestors. This is what we endured. This is where what I identify with first, because to some degree I'm still feeling some remnants of that even in today's society. I'm saying if you identify yourself as black before you identify yourself as American, what you're doing is saying coming out of the womb I'm being advantaged because I'm in America and I'm gonna have to scratch uphill. You give up. That doesn't mean you use it lackadaisical to feel work your way through the insidious acts that are associated with this but I live in, and as a result I recognize the fact that I'm going to have to march forward and it's going to be a uphill climb for me to get to where I'm going. If somebody identifies that with blackness, you can do that.
But Stephen A., that's not always true that every black person have to suffer an uphill climb. That's not true.
He said that every black person ain't had to suffer an uphill climb. We all know as black people, we have to work 10 times as hard. 10 times as hard to move up. Am I lying? Have y'all not ever seen the statistics of black and white people when you go to the job? I'm here waiting on these ads. OMG. They there, Nisha. Sorry. I wonder how Officer Tatum sleeps at night. He is an alien. The NFL doesn't want the kind of heat that I know. That's why they're gonna try to clear Barts. They really, we gonna get into it. We great going to Officer Tatum. We great going to Officer Tatum, and we're gonna see who he wants to go. Wait till I hear who he wants to talk to next. But he said it's not true. Black people don't have to go through an uphill climb.
And we'll go back to like what I said. My ancestors came from Nigeria, so I know that through my ancestry.com research that my people came over here slaves. Not every Black came from slavery. It wasn't the case. Not every Black person in America migrated here was in the South. Some of them went to the North and were in service, and they never were slaves. Some Black people came over here and became slaves themselves. So it's
okay. I mean, like, is this okay? Like, what is really going on? And still have to. I'm so glad I got like 3 more years to work. Okay, I know that's right. I know that's right. Chill said, I'm so glad I got 3 more years to work. Hell, we still do have to work hella times more. Man, hella times more. Hella times more. You heard me? Oh my Don, I'm on this cut water, y'all. Lime margarita, of course. Little Bart can buy liquor and Big Bart can write prescriptions. Okay, it's 2026 and I work my butt off every day, harder than most YT coworkers every day. Absolutely. He sounds a little dumb in my opinion. They're trying to start a race war. Miss Parker, I'm listening, but I got to turn my phone face down to keep from looking at the table square head. It's okay. It irks me. Bro, he's not cool, y'all. He's not cool. He's not cool at all. He's not cool.
Very dynamic differentiation between the experience of Black people in its totality as existing in America. So me saying I'm Black first before I'm an American, I think that's a misnomer. I think that's you're pigeonholing yourself, because
we're not. We're only called Africans Americans because we was born and raised in a country called America. Should we start there? Black people born in Africa are what? Africans. Okay? Thank you to Queen. Thank you. Is Grandpa Secret Service? If so, we're fried. Shit, work from home, work from my house and feel hate from the white. Yes, Alicia. Did y'all hear what he just said? We are only Americans because we was born in America, fool. Do they call Mexicans Mexican Americans? Let's start there. Why they don't call Latinos and Mexican people that's born here Mexican Americans? Let's start there. They did that to take away our history. To take away where we came from. Fool. I mean, this is a nigga right here. Stupid ass nigga. At that. Hey, Big Nutter, drop your link. China, y'all, drop Big Nutter's link. I ain't got time to give you a ring, Big Nutter, but salute and welcome. Thank you, Chill, for subbing to my Switching Lanes with Miss Parker. That's where I go over and do my relationship shit and cut up, okay? I'm going to be going back over there soon, too. Thank you, Leslie. Yes, look, I've been on my ancestor background trying to figure out my real last name and what land I could possibly own, okay? Nisha said she looking for her 40 acres and a motherfucking mule around this bitch. We all related, to be honest. Grandpa is something for the fact he can call the captain directly and not have to go. Come on, y'all. The dark side. That's why I named it, titled it The Dark Side. The dark side of this. The power, the elites. See, everybody thought that when we be talking about the elites, when the celebrities be talking about the power of the elites and shit, man, say that shit's real. It's fool said, yeah, you know, because I'm from Nigeria. Motherfucker, you know how many of us probably are Nigerians? You know how many of us in this chat are probably really Nigerians? Oh, but they're African Americans. Man, we are Africans. Born in America. But again, I want to ask y'all, why ain't they saying Mexican Americans? Why only the black people have to establish themselves being born in America, African Americans? Why do they have on their paper, are you Latino? Their ass was born here too. Are you Hispanic? Why don't it say Hispanic American on your applications? and they making us pay to just find out. Yeah, you got to pay. But let's get back to his ignorant ass, y'all, real quick.
If you are going to say I'm black, that means negative. You're putting yourself at a disadvantage, man. And I say I'm an American first because I believe in American value.
He said when you say you're black, the motherfucker, anytime I can't change the tone of my skin, is a disadvantage. We being at a disadvantage, fool. I mean, what is going on with this one? This ain't. All right, chill. Okay. I'm Nigerian and American. That's why I say other. I just want, like, this is all like throwing me. He said saying that you're black is a disadvantage. Motherfucker, we can't change our skin color, and I'll be damned if I get a needle put in me just to be. No, I'm cool. I'm cool. Yeah, Brianna, he definitely is. Why does his eyes look like that? He's not sleeping good. He's not. He's not. He got paid to do a job. And we got some of the biggest turn his ass up. Nancy Grace, Don Lemon, B.L. Hughley, Judge Mathis, the funeral director, Willie D, Tisa Tales, Shank Rock, Mo 3, we got Payday in 357 fucking Broadway. You see what I'm saying? From all walks of life, all of us black people are different. We coming from my sector of scratching. That's stopping from the scratchery and the fuckery to say, wait a minute, what did he say? He lying. Never seen a Nigerian lost in the sauce like this. He's really a non-factor. Come on, Big Nutter, I have it. The queen, he ain't too secret. We got his name. SS is gonna hunt. Man, 105K, you hear me? Just saying. Hey, self-made sis. Tell Quintani I said, hey, sis. His eyes like that because his health at risk, blood pressure, and whatever he needs to type into his black side being a black man. Yeah, man. What is he identifying himself to them white people? I'm not black. I'm Nigerian. Well, shit, last time I checked, Nigerians are very much my skin complexion. Okay? Hey, Tracy SM, can we trade Tatum? Man, they could definitely have him. Absolutely, he was paid to spin a narrative. The grandfather was a Secret Service member. Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining me on Twitch. Secret Service, y'all.
My ancestors fought that I can be free in this country. All of our ancestors were not the same, didn't come from the same.
He said my ancestors fought for us to be free in this country. Martin Luther King is black and Nigerian. Is Malcolm X Nigerian? Well, who's his people? Hey, Miss Gemini, who is his people? I mean, I'll wait for it. I'll wait for it.
Didn't come from the same countries, didn't speak the same languages. We are a diverse people, and we don't need to be looking at a skin color, because I don't agree with a lot of stuff black people do. We ain't the same people. If you sagging your pants and gang banging and doing stuff that you're not supposed to, we ain't the same.
Trying to figure out off.
First of all, I don't agree with people that's doing less. I don't agree with people that's doing less than the saggy pants and the. What's he talking about? What is Officer Tatum? I done deleted the wrong one. Let's get into Officer Tatum, y'all. We gotta listen to it. I done deleted it. Let's hear him out. This is today. Let's hear him out. This is crazy work right here. I thought I heard it all, but baby, my God, today.
out about the autopsy produced by the state that we know of, or at least the preliminary.
He went and got the guy that Nancy Grace had
said. Brother, we need to talk. And before we get to any of that, we're going to address the things that I just heard. People have reached out to me about something really concerning related to Nolan Wells and who may have seen him last before he passed away. Welcome to the Austin Tatum Show. I want everybody in this room to have that same spirit, that same identity carried in your life.
He said we're going to talk about who seen him last. Who seen him last? Well, I thought Officer Tatum, whatever you got going on, man, drop the shit. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, drop the shit. At this point, him and Candace will never be allowed at the cookout. Hey, Erica, baby. He said that about black people, but look what YT people did to Nolan. I've never seen Nigerian as a select on. Me neither, Erica. I don't like him, not even a little bit. Me neither. Officer Coon Tatum is embarrassing. I get what he's saying and partially agree. He's still annoying. And it's okay if you agree with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to tell y'all to agree or disagree. I don't. He's brainwashed against us, honestly, because they're not checking boxes. Right, Essence. He sounds like a big dummy in my Fred Sanford voice. Absolutely. Tatum want to be white so bad, man. So bad. So bad. He's not claiming us, y'all. He fears the YTP. He wants to be a part of them. He wants to be, you know, shit, I'm going with them. Whenever, you know what I'm saying, shit go down, I'm going with them.
Make sure that you go through life and find your purpose. We don't do this just to get a pat on the back. We do it because we came here to win. And it starts with you understanding that God has a purpose for you. This is a time to be more bold than ever before. We're all Americans at the end of the day. We should love one another. We should be focused on.
And yes, my black ass drinks and smokes vape online, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, welcome back.
Please don't like me.
I want to give a shout out to all the members. Thank you all for your support, for joining the membership program, whether you're a rookie or your deputy chief. I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you for that support. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Synergy. If you're looking for clean energy, make sure you get you some Synergy, and you couple that with the whole system, and that is the night drink as well. So you do the Synergy day, Synergy night.
We ain't drinking a damn thing you suggesting.
You do that for a week, your life will change. All you got to do is go to synergylife.com, synergylife.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need to address something real quick before I get to this news that was just presented to me, which could allude to potential foul play against Nolan Wells. And let me just say this right off the bat. There's alcohol involved.
Here we go. Here we go. What my title say? The dark side and the narrative. Here we go. Here we go with the alcohol. I told y'all this was coming. Did I not tell y'all that they was gonna try to throw out? That's my favorite cup water. Don't start poo. He will never be one of them. Never, Don. Never. Yet it's the new one.
That 100%. There's cocaine involved. There's.
Didn't I tell y'all? I was telling you, I'd be ashamed of your motherfucker. Like, honestly. This is my thing. Didn't I tell y'all they was going to try to say he was drunk and high off something? And that's why he drowned?
Multiple people involved. People that may have seen Nolan last. But
why didn't Warren say it was cocaine? I mean, his big nose Pinocchio ass got on there talking about, my brother and my buddy and all this shit. Why his good talking ass didn't say nothing about cocaine then? We're not going. Fuck you. I don't like this old weird ass shit. Put it on the table. You got him interviewing. Now you want to come and now we got to go with your narrative because they said it. Because they said it. Who said it? Tell one of them come to the screen and say cocaine was involved. See, That's why this is exactly why they say that toxicology report ain't back, and they're down there fixing shit, y'all. They're down there doctoring documents and everything. If he was high, everybody was high. Okay. I'm so pissed.
Not being truthful and coming forward as to what they saw, who was with him last, and we have various people that have come out or come to us with the information, and one was sent in a DM, honing in on one particular.
I thought they said that he stayed back with Katie. How they? Which one is it? Which one is it? Man, Chike, I'm sick of them. Which one is it? I digress. Yeah, I digress.
Particular person that may have been in an altercation with Nolan. Now,
well, goddamn, I thought, didn't one say Nolan? Didn't Javon say Nolan wasn't in an altercation? I want to clear it up. That was Tristan. You know you fucked up, Tatum, right? Because it ain't going with the interviews. It ain't. He said, when you asked him about the fight, Warren said his brother got in a fight with somebody. He couldn't see, but Nolan wasn't there. Well, hell, I thought you couldn't see who was grabbing somebody. So how could you say if it was Nolan or not? If someone who was grabbing who? You get what I'm saying? Then Tristan said he was into it because he threw his girl's coochie lips in the water. Whatever happened, coochie sip, coochie lips, and some more shit. And then he got into it with a blue man. Wait, wait. Officer Tatum, baby, you got to get your shit together over there, baby. What's going on, Payday? Drop Payday's link. Drop Shank Rock's link, y'all. And he will be going live in a minute. What's going on, Officer Tatum? Nolan's into it. You had the boys come on there and say Nolan wasn't into it. Tristan put somebody in the chokehold. Warren's brother put somebody in the chokehold, but it wasn't Nolan.
This appears to be post the phone call and the boys that I talked to who had already left. And I've been telling people that it appears that the young men that I interviewed,
if they already left, why are they speaking about what happened on the island? If they already left, why are they speaking about what happened on the island? Whoever even said something happened on Horn Island?
had nothing to do with this. And the sentiment still continues. I have names. I know who these people are. My goal with this is to present it to law enforcement before I say anybody's name.
We don't give a damn about the dark side. We don't give a fuck about the elite. You know what I'm saying? You talking to law enforcement and shit. Hell, we know what they're doing down there in Mississippi. It's been shown all over the world. Again, Sheriff John, one of the characters in the Nolan story, when he seen him, he said, "You guys nothing to see here." He drowned. So then why Stacey Turner's funk ass didn't send his throat? Why Stacey Turner's funk ass, every time a melanated man comes in to be examined medically through an autopsy, it's never nothing, but the second autopsy always shows different from the same people? Washington. What up, Skoka, baby? Drop your link, Skoka. I'm asking, how come DC keeps saying, nah, he had blunt force trauma and he had this? What? We don't give a damn about him talking to no law enforcement. They're all one in the same.
Let you guys know what I have heard so you can have a perspective. Because when the autopsy comes out, or at least the toxicology
right,
comes
Essence,
out,
who
it's
supplied
gonna
the
prove
drugs.
whether or not people are saying things to me that are not true, or the sources that I believe are verified or accurate. Before we get to that,
what's verified? Well, we need pingings, we need phone receipts and everything. Well, I could tell any of y'all anything. That's not verified that the shit's real. You can come up in a minute, Skoka. I'm gonna drop the link.
I need to follow up and dispel this mythical phone call.
Y'all heard what he said? He said the phone call's a myth. Motherfucker, the phone call happened. When you say the mythical phone call means it never happened, that we just put out that it was a phone call. Everybody around the world is just hearing a phone call that never happened. What's mythical? Because the people that went and did this, they're licensed. They're licensed. It wasn't just anybody that went and did this audio, y'all. They were licensed in that area. They have a degree in that area. That's what they do. They're analysts. He said the mythical phone call, y'all, so that phone call never happened, sir. This phone call never happened, sir. They were never sinking, never sinking, never sinking. Hey, Lady LeMay.
I think people are still pushing this. And I've been telling you guys from the very beginning that I think that they're pushing people in the wrong direction. When you get
Who? We only going off what's being said on his shit. I mean, are we not going by what Alicia said? I mean, Ashley Cole said, what Warren's mama said, the Warren interview and the Trayson interview. Who is pushing? Wait, we listen, we watching you. How you gonna sink in damn near shallow water? Trick Katie was there for the killing. Katie knows something.
Information that leads you to believe that this group of people had nothing to do with it. You need to move on and look at other leads. And I feel like in this,
y'all, Officer Tatum said we need to move on. We need to. He don't want us there. He don't want, because the more we stay here, the more we expose. Y'all need to move on. Why the fuck you bring them? You knew people was gonna dissect what was said over there. That's how we know you're not okay, sir. Y'all need to move on and go to other leads. What other leads? Y'all said he drowned. Pay attention. What he just said, we need to go on other leads. What other, motherfucker, you telling yourself? What other leads? Officer Tatum, they said he drowned. What's going on, BJ? I'll wait. Listen to the recording on his Tatum page. He took Bart's name out of the phone calls when he played it. Yeah, he did. He definitely did. Y'all heard what he said? We need to move. Quit focusing on Wyatt Earp. Quit focusing on Warren Beatty. Quit focusing on Katy Perry. Go on, man. Go. It's some other leads out there we ain't heard of one. Everybody that was on that boat is who we heard. That's the name we keep hearing circulating, right? What up, Big OG? Thank you, LaShonda. Thank you, Something Sweet. I mean, Skoka. He said go over there to the other leads. What other leads? Who else is involved, sir? Who else? We haven't heard nothing.
case, people are so hell-bent on making it about race and making it specifically about these white boys.
But we're not talking about race. We're talking about the last people that he was seen with and who we known him to be with on that boat. And it was some white boys. We don't give a damn if Tristan and Javon was there. We're talking about what happened to Nolan on that boat. And they never said Tristan and Javon was there. And nobody ever said there was only blacks on the island. We said Nolan was only black on that boat, and he was, sir. On that boat. Thank you, Candy sis.
Was like low-hanging fruit because they
Skoker.
reported he was missing. They seen him on the day of the thing. Y'all just jumping in conclusions, making it about them.
Y'all.
And with the information that I got today, and I've really been holding some of it for the last several days.
The clickbaiting, y'all. The information I got today, and I really been holding on to it. That's called clickbait. Cause everybody, he knows everybody. Y'all drop Miss Minnie coupons link. Go follow her. Y'all will save so much money. Okay. Y'all know this is clickbait, right? The information I got today, I've been holding on to it. If you're trying to clear the boy's name, why are you holding on to anything? They said he drowned. So what kind of information could we hold on to if Sheriff John Hancock said he drowned? Make it make sense. You can't hold on to information if you drown. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm confused. I'm all over the place now and again. Once again.
Needed to verify a few things that people should have been going in another direction instead of wasting time with these boys that I had already been vindicated.
Who vindicated them?
Call. This is on Nancy.
Who vindicated them? Who vindicated the boys? And what other leads? So you're saying, you're implicating that something did happen to Nolan, just not for the white boys that he was with on the boat. Absolutely, Essence. Absolutely.
Grace's show. And hopefully I get an opportunity to talk to Nancy Grace about this, because I just feel like you have to be very mindful.
He want to go over there, y'all, and persuade our good old Nancy. Hopefully I can get over there and talk to Nancy. It didn't work with Stephen A. I got to get over there and talk to Nancy Grace, because he know Nancy's on that shit. He know Nancy is huge in the true crime world. And Nancy ain't going to stop like she did with the Casey Anthony and so many other cases. I told y'all again, if it wasn't for Nancy Grace with the Casey Anthony, man, I'm telling you, they wouldn't have found Kaylee. Nancy Grace did not stop. Yeah, I got to get over to Nancy. I got to get over. We bet your ass do. You on a world tour. Anybody that see through your bullshit with them boys, you are on a world. You thought you had Stephen A. Now, Stephen A said, I might go against my own, but goddamn, not on this one. Not on this one. You might even have Stephen A a little bit. Then you came out with that old, you ain't black, you Nigerian black, and you ain't the same as us. Hey, Niche by Nature, what's going on, sis? You ain't as black as us. And he was like, nigga, you are black. Oh, maybe this motherfucker is on some other shit. We would love for it to be leads, because we wouldn't want to imagine you motherfuckers doing what y'all did. Y'all so-called brother. We don't want this shit. Never did. Come on, Skoker. Nancy like a dog with a bone. He's trying to get over there, y'all, to Nancy. He want to get over and change Nancy's stand so Nancy can get on TV and say, maybe they didn't do it. I would love to see him be bold enough to go on Nancy. Nancy gonna eat him alive. Nancy gonna shred him like a paper machine. He's trying to keep his narrative going and keep making money off of Nolan. Yeah, Jessica. You using this boy name to get by. They said he drowned. We'll give his lungs so we can be the judge. Yeah. Like we pray our kids leave with our colored kids in there. Man, come on, Skoker, already. And I want to play another live based off of what Skoker said with the Ben Crump narrative, okay? To shut his ass down.
and doing due diligence before you put these things out on the internet, given the fact of the confusion that it could cause. Just real quick, this is...
He talking about Nancy. Gotta get the facts, but we all watching you. Everybody's watching you, whether we like them or not. We all watching the interviews. Nancy is too. And Nancy's listening to everything else that's being put out per y'all. The mother, the stepmother. And shit ain't adding up. 1 + 1 ain't equaling 2. That's why Nancy is on what she's on. Stacy not sending the throat. Ain't nobody dumb. Nancy been doing this too long, fool. Hey, Shirley. I'm good. And this ain't Barbara, Shirley, okay?
Why I don't believe that. I think people are hearing what they want to hear and not what is said. Either this is doctored or people are hearing things that they want to hear and not what's said. Because they're...
He's saying he's knocking down the analysts that did cleared up the phone call so we can hear it clearly. That's licensed. And that's their expertise. He said, we ain't heard what we heard. It's being doctored. No, you doctored your version. Just like you went and edited your videos to make sure when Warren them said certain things like, I'm going to take this out because, they'll pick up on and they'll question that. Yeah, you edited your videos. This shit ain't doctored. This shit was refined for us. Shout out to whoever did this. Shout out to them. We heard it loud and clear. We heard what they said. We heard exactly what they said.
It's verifiable proof from people that spoke to me and also law enforcement that people had seen Nolan after this call had occurred and after the boys had left already. So that creates an impossibility that someone can...
If my real life homegirl or homeboy be put in a position, do y'all think I'm not gonna go and say, we seen him on the island? Hell, we all look alike anyway. We all look alike. I ever seen one and they'll say, are you Woot the Woot? You be like, no. Okay, I'm sorry. So why are you doing the interview? If the police got that, why are you doing the interviews with the boys to clear their name? That's all we need. We don't need Warren with his good big nose Pinocchio having ass coming and telling, you know what I'm saying? Looking like Doug and shit off of Nickelodeon. Talking about some shit. He was cuddled up with Katie the last time I seen him and we left. But then the mama say, the judge say, when they got home, they was looking for him. Hell, he told them they was staying. I never heard of such. Why is Officer Tatum involving himself in this? Doesn't have any, cause Shirley, he got paid. He got paid. Damn, Nolan was in different places. Was in many different places. I didn't give a dang. Nolan was on that boat and passed away on that boat. He said the phone calls myths, y'all.
Could be talking about Nolan being dead if he's seen alive after this. And I'm being told in some of the things that I've seen is that
you being told and we being told, motherfucker. You being told and we being told. What's the difference? Well, you just paid. You're just paid to create a narrative for those YT boys. The difference with us is what we hearing on your end ain't making sense. Okay? It's just crazy. White folks above water shit. My mama and man, big OG, okay? Latasha Jackson. The new claim he was super drunk. Man, come on, Skoker.
People had seen him alive right before 6 p.m., which is over an hour after this happened. All right, let's get to the clip, and we're gonna further dispel this with TMZ.
He's trying it
as well. Roll it.
We're with the Hayes wedding party. We're here to take the bride to the church.
He trying it, y'all. Let me get this commercial going.
Dispel this with TMZ's reporting as well. Roll it.
Now, y'all, he said TMZ now. He's saying we got it. TMZ confirmed. Who the fuck is TMZ? TMZ is a gossip channel. And TMZ stalks celebrities and all of this. They got 20 ransom letters for Nancy Guthrie. 20. Still ain't found Nancy Guthrie in the desert by the cactus or the motherfucking tree, nor in the sand. But TMZ has come. Who is TMZ? I'm just asking. To where we're going to go with what TMZ said. TMZ is just like content creators. They just got a show. A very popular show. What? TMZ confirmed. Hey, favorite snack, baby. TMZ confirmed. TMZ can't confirm a damn thing. They're not the law or nothing. They're not none of that. No, none of that. Nish. TMZ, we know TMZ get paid. Jessica, I'm just saying. TMZ, man, he said TMZ confirmed. Not TMZ.
Hey, we're at the West Tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
This is that. What was them two white boys on MTV? The little show that used to come on, and they used to have the corny laugh and, hey, we're sinking. And yeah, we're sinking. And yeah, by the way, we have a membership. Motherfucker, there ain't no panic. I'll fuck the members. We not thinking about no membership and we sinking. We gonna forget we got AARP, we got AAA, and all of that. We gonna forget half the motherfuckers on the boat might be on disability, social security. We sinking. Man down. Beavis and Butthead, absolutely. That's who it sound like, Beavis. Hey, yeah, we're sinking. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we have a membership. Yeah, don't charge us for this. We have a membership, okay? Tatum, boy, I swear, boy. Hey, I've came across many years of some stupid Negroes. But this right here, by far, I mean, the Warren said we were panicking and, yeah. So when we want to hear frantic. When he say they're panicking on the boat, this call seems, where's the water at? How high's the water? I don't know. I know we got a membership. Yeah. Check a membership. Yeah, we got a membership. I guess, y'all. And I'm already dropped the link, y'all. I'm fixing to drop the link. Give me your thoughts.
All right, of course. How far is it coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? Hey.
Can you give me a description? Is the water up to your ankles? What'd you say? Bitch, look, we sinking. We sinking. I said we sinking. Hold on. Wait, what'd you say? We ain't got time to talk, bitch. Bitch, we sinking. Y'all see how our phone calls panic is different from his panic and high and inebriated? See, Tatum, when you want to talk about cocaine, make sure you mention who was really on the coke.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir? It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
How far up? Is it ankle or y'all waist deep? Is it to your knees? Yo, I don't know. I just know we're sinking. But you want to talk about cocaine and being drunk? This is who's on the cocaine, baby. Yeah. I just know we're sinking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's up to my chest. We're just going down. What up, Gordo, baby? I digress. And he had the nerve to play it like we were gonna.
What? All right, pause. I'm gonna get to Nancy Grace here in a second, but I want you guys to go back and I want you to take another listen. Now, I want you to frame this within the context that clearly.
The context, he said they was in 17 feet of water. Then he said 31. He said the sea tow call was a stall tactic. Bitch would have thought we was on the Titanic, the Don. And the bad part about it is, the Don, we would have started fighting each other and shit. Like, we sinking, but like, bitch, shut the fuck up, bitch. You got the life. Who got the life jackets, bitch? Fuck, I don't give a look. I'm right hit this. I'm saying, we the panic for real. That's what you call panic. What we would have done would have been panicking. A sinking boat. Blacks? Shit. The first little bit of sand I see, I can't swim, but I'm mad at her. Hey, Reek, baby. Thank you, Flip Mo, for the clutch. I'm going to make it to that. If I see any kind of dry land, I'm going for what I know. I'm not staying on there with you. Like, I don't give a damn. Y'all want to stay on here and argue amongst each other and go down with the crown jewels and everything else, you know what I'm saying? Be my guest to be on the Discovery Channel in 2027. Fuck yeah, I'm at her. Y'all ain't even got to look for me. None of that. I'm cool. I'm not arguing. I'm off of there. See me tell me that was on there with their hands going, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, Wyatt, what's going on? What is she saying, Wyatt? Let's get the water off. Use your hands. Man, thank you for the floating heart. The way we would have cursed that. Man, we would have cussed her out so bad. We probably wouldn't even got the help, Jessica, honestly. She'd probably hung up on us. And we couldn't do nothing but respect it. We couldn't do nothing but respect it the way we would have acted on that motherfucking boat, baby. We sinking, baby. I'm talking about what no Celine Dion music or nothing. We did none of that at the end of our movie. None of that was happening at the end of our movie. Y'all hear me? No slow music or nothing. We are boxing and shit. Who finna go out like that? Kyle would have made them say, man, you want the Coast Guard, bitch? We want everybody. We want everybody. But I ain't waiting. I'm sorry. I ain't waiting around for him.
Nolan is still alive during this period. So let's remove Nolan from this context.
How you know? He said, Nolan, how you know? How you know Nolan's still alive? He wasn't on that boat. We don't know if Nolan got taken out. If he wasn't supposed to be on that boat, how we know if Nolan didn't get taken out? While they was up there trying to fight so-called panic. Hello? Yeah, we're sinking. Oh, and by the way, we got membership. Thank you, Shirley. He said Nolan's still alive. How they know they not up there? They don't know if somebody fought him, hit him in his head, nothing. How did they know Nolan's still alive when they so-called sinking? nigga. I'm just waiting. Thank you, Flip Mode. Thank you. Appreciate the cheers over there on Twitch. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my Twitch. Don't just follow a bitch. Subscribe to a bitch, okay? It's different over here. We're not doing all that sugarcoat. We're not doing all of that cadaver dog shit. I love Nancy Grace, but we're not doing that. We being our original selves over here. We breaking it down how the fuck I want to and how I'm going to. It's not one of them channels. It's a Cutwater Cutthroat channel, okay? At least today it is. Hold on, y'all. Damn, I gotta get back to where I was.
I'm going to see you bear on our wedding.
I need to leave this Cutwater and shit alone while I'm live. I do.
They're getting towed out. Do you see
Hold
Nolan on this?
They said they didn't get towed.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. All right, of course. How far is it coming up, sir?
The guy knows my heart. Every time I heard Wyatt ass say, we got a membership. By the way, we got a membership, baby. You can't, I don't give a damn. You can't make this shit up. That shit's hilarious. And by the way, even though we're sinking, bitch, use our membership, okay?
Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? Hey. Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir? It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
He that high that he didn't even realize if the water was past his ankles. If they got fish in that motherfucker, a dolphin done jumped on that motherfucker. He don't know shit. Why you so inebriated? He don't know. He don't know if Nemo on the boat. He just know, hey, I don't know. We're sinking. And don't forget, we got a membership.
Did we just hear? What was that? Straight out to investigative reporter Crime Stories, Dave Mack. Did you just hear what I heard? Now,
All right, let me move on from this because she's going to interview.
He wanted to move on because Nancy was great breakdown. She heard everything going on in the background before the shit was ever cleared up. If y'all go back and look at the date of when Nancy did that live, it's before they ever cleared up the phone call, the memberships and everything. Hey, Cake Been Baked. Like they had Planet Fitness. Alicia, you heard me. He had more urgency and concern about the membership. Man, Flip Mode, you heard me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the water is. Bitch, what? But just make sure you use my membership because we're not paying for this. Yeah, we got membership. We've been having a membership for a long time with you guys. Make sure you use it. Say. Oh, Wyatt. He wanted to skip past the Nancy Grace part though when she heard what she heard in the background.
You're another guy, and I'm running
Right,
out of
Flip.
time. I gotta get through this. You guys can watch.
That's
that
what he
on
said.
Instagram.
Hey, Candy Cane. Y'all drop Candy Cane Lane's link.
Now, I'm trying to help us not get too caught up and and people look like fools. So now
He said, I'm trying not to get too caught up and people look like, listen what he said. I'm not trying to get too caught up and people look like fools. Because that's what y'all looking like over there. Boo Boo the fool, Hoo Hoo, and Doo the fools. Okay? Anything to rhyme, Boo Doo the fool, anything to rhyme with that. Y'all look like it.
go to the TMZ article real quick. The
We
TMZ
not.
presentation.
We not.
TMZ played this, all of the above. Y'all were DMing me to death about this on TMZ. Let me just read this real quick from what TMZ said. Evidence appears to show Nolan Wells was still on Horn Island when his friend's boats left. TMZ has learned. Sources with direct knowledge of the investigation claim authorities have evidence of Nolan being on the Mississippi Barrier Island. Let's see, after the boat departed on the 4th of July, which will...
Hell, TMZ said that Whitney drowned in the motherfucking water. We know it wasn't the truth. You feel me? We know Whitney didn't go up there and drown in no motherfucking tub. Whitney been getting high for years, taking showers and shit. Whitney ain't get high, TMZ. And she didn't die that tub. Her and Bobby been getting geeked for years, baby. We watched it. They was getting geeked when they was taking little Bobby Christina out for school jeans. Are y'all cool? They was getting geeked in the store. What size you wear, Bobby Christina? Put them all on my car. Powder dripping from their nose. And here come TMZ. Whitney Houston drowned in the tub, baby. When Bobby and Whitney made 12 rack of motherfucking ribs. Powder all on the ribs and shit. We watched powder coming out of their nose while they was cooking 12 rack of ribs for 3 people. And TMZ still came out with that lie. We're not listening to them. I'm just throwing it out there. I love Bobby and Whitney, but we just being honest. It's the
a huge development. We're told that at least 2 witnesses who were interviewed by law enforcement say that they saw Nolan on the island after the boat headed back to the mainland. That's significant for many reasons.
If the witnesses say Nolan was headed back to the mainland, why the fuck we on a Horn Island looking for Nolan? That's always been my question. Who said something happened on the island when y'all keep saying, and Warren even said he caught a ride back? Ashley Cole said he caught a ride back. So why y'all on the island? Why we not looking inland? I ain't fuck with no second one, Alicia, baby. I'm doing too much. A small 22-foot Trident, 7 to 10 people capacity boat would have sank quick, and they would have had to jump. Didn't Warren say in the first interview the boat was catching water because too many people was getting on and off the boat? I'll wait.
Now,
let me drop
what
this
do you
link.
guys got to say about this?
Nothing.
TMZ, who put it out,
we don't give a damn.
Reiterated that there's people that are saying they saw Nolan afterwards. It continues. TMZ enhanced the audio of Nolan's friend's frantic call for help when...
We don't give a damn. They're just TMZ's just as worse as you, Tatum. I mean, I don't understand what you're not getting. Everybody knows TMZ. We've been there. Like, we don't give a damn. Okay? We really don't. I dropped the link. You got to remember they was putting people in the headlock and they never said who. Come on, Regina.
The boat was sinking and people believe you could hear someone saying, is he dead? But our sources tell us people on the boat have heard the enhanced audio and are telling people around them the audio is only panic from a boat sinking.
Listen what he said. You know you're fucked up. He said, I would take it back. How can they ask if somebody's dead because they panicking about the boat sinking? Who the fuck died? Who they thought died? Because the only person came back unalive was Nolan. Oh, Officer Tatum. He said the people on the boat meant dirty. Hey, Queen Tulsa. Thank you for coming through. Candy Lane. Thank you. Thank you, Candy Cane. Did y'all hear what he said? He said, the people on the boat said, I thought you just said this shit was a myth. Didn't he say we was listening to a mythical phone call and he said the people on the boat said they only said somebody was dead? She said, is everybody on the boat okay? Why is good geeked ass? His Scarface ass said, everybody fine. I'll wait. Absolutely, Jessica. She said that confirms the recording. Come on. He just said it was a myth. Let me take it back because this is what Tatum's saying. Tatum, baby, you know you fucked up. You know you're fucked up.
In your mind as you listen to this, and tell me if you hear something different than Nolan, is he dead, and all of that stuff. Roll it.
I took it a little far back, but listen to what he said. Hey,
speaking. How can I help you? Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. All right, of course. How far is it coming up, sir?
It's not funny, but it is.
Ankles. Hello? Hey. Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir? It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
What did we just hear? What was that?
And don't forget, he's taking it to Nancy Grace, sticking to that. Nancy Grace listened to the whole phone call, and she heard what she heard. He's trying to play a clip like Nancy just talking about Wyatt's Scarface ass saying, you know what I'm saying? And y'all come up, I dropped the link, Skoka, you can come up whenever.
Straight out to investigative reporter Crime Stories, Dave Mack. Did you just hear what I heard? Now,
all right, let me move on from this because she's going to interview another guy, and I'm running out of time. I gotta get through this. You guys can watch that on. Just go to her channel. You can see what her interview was. Now, I'm trying to help us not get too caught up and people look like fools. So now, go to the TMZ article real quick. The TMZ presentation. TMZ played this. All of the above. Y'all were DMing me to death about this on TMZ. Let me just read this real quick from what TMZ said. Evidence appears to show Nolan Wells was still on Horn Island when his friend's boats left. TMZ has learned. Sources with direct knowledge of the investigation claim authorities have evidence of Nolan being on the Mississippi Barrier Island.
Hey, Queen Tulsa, what's going on?
Greetings, beautiful. Thank you so much for having me up, Miss Parker. How are you this evening? Looking all beautiful.
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
You know what? I am trying my best. I'll just say that. I'm not going to say I'm being strong or anything like that. I'm just trying my best to process everything that's going on in this climate right now. America just had a 250th birthday. If we look at the history of Mississippi, there's a handbook of the KKK. They are trying to reintroduce it allegedly. If we look at Project 2025, if we look at the young white boy that went across state lines and did his thing, Rittenhouse, and how he got off. This climate that we're in, especially in Texas, being that, in 1865, they were the last state to let the slaves free. They, I really feel like with that call, we've watched movies. We've seen white people panic. Did that sound like some white people panicking on a boat to you? And it's like going under. I've seen viral videos where there are Caucasian white people, black people on that boat. They are screaming, "We need help." What is going on? Never heard any of that.
And it's enough. It's one thing to say, okay, can we get a second look at the phone call, a second listen to, but to come and say it's a myth and then turn around and say, people on that boat said somebody's dead because they was panicking. You know what I'm saying? It's just not adding up. It's not adding up.
Well, it's not adding. Oh, hello.
Hey, Skokaboo, is that you?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Bookie. Go ahead, Queen Tulsa. Finish your thoughts and Skoka, you come in.
Yes. First of all, I have a concern. Why are these kids on a boat with alcohol and why are they consuming it? I didn't see anybody with no life jackets on. When they made that call, is there life jackets available? This, that, yeah, life jackets are available. You lied. Y'all are yet they lied the whole time. When you give alcohol to underage people, what do you expect? You expect an outrage, you expect some emotions, some attitudes. If somebody was feeling something, we know alcohol is a depressant. So if you have somebody that's teenage years, you got growing pains, I'm taking all that into consideration. There's a problem and somebody needs to be held responsible. I'll yield the floor.
Skoka, baby, what's going on, Bookie Boo?
Girl, they playing it our motherfucking. You know I'm gonna get up here and be, girl, listen, I'm ready to go fight. Like I done tried logic, I done tried everything. Everything, only thing left is violence.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all not finna play in my motherfucking face.
No, no, we don't
This
need
is
violence.
He's just saying based off
Oh, I'm
of
sorry.
the information. You
we
know what I'm saying?
do.
Like the
We
lies that's
do
getting told.
put them down like they do us. Because ain't no way, first of all, for y'all to sit here, and I'm going to the beginning because like when the lies start at the beginning, it everything else after that is very questionable. So you
Yeah.
gonna tell me that this boy left y'all with his phone and everything, just randomly, just an 18-year-old kid just on the I'm just leave, take the phone. Then it just so when it don't make sense, it's something to it. That's it. That's all. Like when it any questionable or no reasonable doubt, what do they mean? Look for some other suspects. We've been trying. Everything keep pointing to the same people. We done made 4 lefts, 8 rights, and it just go right back to them.
Every
Like
time.
if we black men, I don't even want to go back to race, but it's like we got to learn to stick to. Do y'all understand what they are doing to us? And it's like some people are just so comfortable, like, oh, they've been doing it. So y'all know, I mean, I'm kind of fed up. I mean, like Jesus, Devontae Marquand Christ. Like it's getting out of hand. Where this type of stuff can happen and it's just like, oh, I mean, it just happens. No, it never randomly happens to Brian or Daniel. It's always Marquand or Keyshawn. It's always, and I have sons his age. So it really hits different.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Mm-hmm.
gave me anxiety. Now I think I'm getting old because it's like stuff that used to didn't bother me is bothering me. Like I'm at work today and I see a group of white kids with one black friend, and I want to grab this black boy so bad, like get away. Listen, I put this on my kids. This happened to me today, and I felt so bad because I don't want to judge people off of other people's action, but this is just becoming too much of a cycle. Like Nolan Wells' story is big, but it's a lot of other stories that we didn't even hear about until Nolan Wells
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that they
Mm-hmm.
start bringing out. I'm like, wait, when this happened? Because I'll be on the internet. This ain't made no noise. Then it
Yeah.
remind me of the lady. Y'all remember the lady in Atlanta that went to go kick it with all the clear ladies, and they said she got so drunk she fell off the second story.
It fell
Yes.
off the balcony. Hmm.
Yes.
How do y'all
They were
do a
all on
second
that couch having a
autopsy
nice photo shoot for,
after saying
having a
this
good
boy
time.
drowned? Y'all told us this boy drowned. He died from drowning, but y'all sent his body without any evidence that we could check to see if he drowned. You don't send the throat, you don't send the stomach, you don't send the neck. You don't make it make sense. These kids, man, these kids, the way they is lying. Oh my God, listen.
I'm not
Yes.
even gonna blame the kids because I feel like adults
I
were.
am because guess
I
what?
feel like
They
adults.
not
Well,
12. They
that's the
not 12.
problem.
They
We're
are on
giving
their
too much
way
blame to the
to
kids.
being
What about the adult that gave them the damn key to the boat to drive it under the influence?
they
Can
all
we
need to
not
be
call
punished the
them out?
same.
that
They
is
all
a
need to be punished
problem.
the
And if
same.
But we
we are,
calling all of them out, lady. I'm
Because
calling
one thing,
all of them
there's
out.
one thing we know. At the end of the day,
but listen,
everybody
Miss
gets to an
Parker,
age where they know right from wrong. You
Miss
know, if this
Parker,
is your supposed to be your friend,
ma'am,
no matter what your
Hold on,
parents say,
Quintosa.
can we?
that's your
Okay, I'm gonna
friend.
go ahead and excuse myself because I just can't with the ignorance.
But what's the ignorance, Quintosa? Well,
To each his own.
um,
I'm very passionate in how I speak. That's why I told everybody to come first. I'm used to it. But I'ma just be honest. I understand the parents, but these are not 12 and 10-year-olds we're talking about. These men are 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. They know right from wrong. I love my mama. But if this is my friend, ain't nothing my parent gonna tell me to do or nothing that I'm gonna do to end their life and not care about it.
I
It's a
agree.
difference. I understand children. I work with children, but at the ages that they're at, listen, like they said, everybody was on the boat drinking. When we step into grown people, and this is what a lot of teenagers don't understand, you want to step into grown people's world, but then when stuff fall back on you, now you a kid.
Mm,
No,
yes,
no, it
fact.
doesn't work like that. Y'all was old enough to drink. Y'all was old enough to do whatever y'all wanted to do, but y'all not grown or man enough to tell what so-called happened to y'all friend.
And I
Maybe I'm a
agree.
little
I agree
too
with everything
passionate
you
about it. My
spoke.
bad.
I agree. I agree.
I never mean to run
So
nobody off your panel, sis, for real,
no,
because I don't be
no,
on
because
that.
Quintosa, this the thing, Quintosa. You Skoka got her opinion and you got your opinion, and ain't nothing ignorant about what Skoka is saying because they knew they was grown. They just because they're 20 and 18 and 19 years old, they knew, and accountability is going to go where accountability needs to be had. And yes, we're looking at everybody. I ain't left nobody out. Skoka's not leaving
Listen,
nobody out, but we're
I
talking about
wanted
who
to
was
be
with
somebody
Nolan.
else
Go
so
ahead, Skoka.
bad because I don't want to believe that y'all will befriend somebody like even with the Shankula. It's been so many different cases that I could talk about. I've been such a real friend, even though I've been through stuff. I would never want to believe people that are supposed to be friends like that. Like these kids grew up together. I would
Mm.
never want to believe that these kids did this to their friend. But guess what? They did this.
And they know right from wrong. They know
Like
right
I
from
said,
wrong.
it's a
Period.
difference. If we was dealing with some 12-year-olds, I would feel you, sis. We definitely got to blame the parents, but I feel like everybody should be locked up. The whole freaking family tree. Because I know they own some slaves the way they acting. It's just
Mm-hmm.
crazy. These
Mm-hmm.
kids was willing to do an interview with a, a, a white face off the street before they would even talk to the police. But this they friend. It's their friend. They lawyered up so quick. If me and Miss Parker out and something happened to Miss Parker, do you know how quick I'm trying to help? Listen, she left at 7:03. She had on this. I'm not hiding her phone and taking her phone with me. As a friend, she could have said, "Oh, I'm staying on this island with Shane." Bitch, not without this phone, you ain't.
Mm-hmm.
Who's staying
Okay.
on the island without a phone? I don't care if you're 36 down to 18. No. That's the first part that made me know you wasn't a friend because how am I supposed to know you okay if I take your phone with me?
Right. Right.
And
I
your
mean,
car keys. It ain't like he could have drove from the island, but I mean, come on. When it smells like shit, it's shit. And that's just it. I don't never want it to be a race thing because I love all people. But it's just happening so frequently. We have to step back and be like, hey, now, you got to stop sitting back saying, man, they do this all the time. No, you should never let your kids. No, kids and people should be able to have fun with whoever they want to have fun with. And if you're not really true to that, you shouldn't be their friend. We should not have to worry about our sons anytime they go somewhere because we want, they like, oh, stop putting y'all kids in white schools and all around white people. Why our kids don't deserve good education?
mm-hmm.
Why I got
Mm-hmm.
to keep my son from going to a nice school? No.
That's it, Skoka. I agree 100%.
Like it don't make no sense. It's getting out of. I mean, it's been out of hand. But come on, this shit is terrible, man. Like it done came to the point where y'all making up so much shit on these kids. Like, and I'm gonna say all of them. We don't know what was going on. We just know them other kids know what happened to him because ain't no way. Me and Miss Parker went to the store. Miss Parker didn't come back from the store. I don't know nothing. Make it make sense. That's all we be wanting. Make it make sense. And it just this case, it bothers me. Like I said, I don't even be invested in stuff, but this case make me want to ride down to Mississippi so bad. Because
Yeah,
it's like if it ain't one thing, it's another. Y'all already made sure, oh, he drowned, but we're gonna make sure we don't send none of the organs that can tell us he drowned. Come on.
mm,
We gonna send his whole body, but we gonna take the throat, the neck, and the stomach out, because that all can show if he really drowned. That's just it.
thank you, Skoka. I love you, Pooh. You know I do. Stay up here, Skoka, with me.
Another
What's
thing,
going
my
on, Miss
kids, my
Cookie?
sons go on a trip with their friends and don't come back home. I'm killing the friends. Honestly, I'm on mute.
Absolutely, absolutely. Crashing off. Like he just said that Black Warriors just said a true friend would be on crash out mode. In my opinion, Tracy and Warren, Katie know what's up, especially Warren and Katie. Why do Harvey be looking like that? He's girl, Harvey look bad to me, Regina. I ain't gonna hold you. He does. Everybody deserves to live. Who has the right to decide? Absolutely. Cookie, what's going on? Come through, Cookie.
Hey, how you
My
doing?
sound went out. My bad.
Look at Gordo. Drop Gordo's link, y'all. Thank you, Samad. Go ahead, Cookie.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what's the lady's name who's up here right now?
It's a Skoka.
Askoka. Okay. That's one of the problems right there. I agree 100% with what you're saying, Miss Skoka. I hope I'm saying your name right.
You
Yes,
are.
That's one of
ma'am.
the reasons why we can't get along as black people. Let me tell you why. I was sitting here listening and to the other lady that just dropped down. First and foremost, how dare you call somebody just because of their opinion that may not align with your opinion, that you sit and you call somebody ignorant? Or
Absolutely.
if that's what she said, because I was halfway, I'm saying I was halfway asleep, and then I woke up and I'm getting on
No, Miss Parker
YouTube.
did
Then I
not
see Miss
change because I would
Parker,
have
so
tore
of
her
course
ass
I'm
up
clicking
back in the
on,
day.
and then I'm listening.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
don't
did
know why
she?
Queen Tulsa went through that. That's crazy. And you
Yeah,
know what's
I'm
crazy,
like,
Cookie? Real
huh?
quick. And I don't got no problem with Queen Tulsa. I really don't. But that's what 357 Broadway Neil be saying. And even though I don't say nothing when they talk about you, Queen Tulsa, they really do state that kind of stuff right there. And it was disrespectful to not just Skoka, but me too,
Yeah,
because people in the chat, Steve be in the chat, he has a difference of opinions, but I ain't calling Steve ignorant. I ain't never called Steve out of his name or anything,
yeah.
because I value everybody's opinion. And I don't want nobody leaving my chat saying I'm trying to spin a narrative on y'all. This is just how I feel and my perspective on everything. But go ahead, Cookie.
But yeah, that's one of the reasons why we're so divided. Because for the simple reason and the simple fact of what she just on social media, what she just showed, you may not agree with what she was saying. It may not even make sense to you, but at the end of the day, you have enough respect to hear it, take in what you need to take in. If it apply, or if it does not make sense to you, or whatever the case may be, it's okay. But to be out here and say that the ladies comment, I hope I'm using the word right. Did she say ignorant?
Yeah.
Ignorant. Listen,
Okay,
listen. She
She
yeah,
called
said
my
that is,
sister
ignorant.
ignorant, and ain't
I
nothing
think
ignorant
she's.
about
yeah,
Skoka.
it
Ain't
wasn't
nothing
nothing
ignorant about
ignorant.
Skoka. Ain't nothing
Yeah,
ignorant about Skoka.
no, it wasn't nothing ignorant about that. We see that's the thing. We lack respect for each other. That's why, if you
Bingo.
want
There
to
you
talk
go, my
about
black
what's the
soul
difference between
sister.
the
Tell
white and
them.
the black, right? Even if a white person had got up there, a clear person or whatever y'all term y'all use, even if that clear person got up there and another clear person may not have accepted what they were saying, however, you would unless they like this situation, it's they try to keep that unity, right? I may not agree with you, but I'm not gonna put you on blast in front of everybody. Let me let you when we get off. I'm gonna tell you I didn't like what you said or what you have done. You know what I'm saying? We the type of people where we just feel like what come up comes out. I feel like that. I like her. I mean, everybody's opinion is different, but like she said, they are of age where accountability must be held. And then you said look at the parents. You can look at me to a certain extent because I may not even have knowledge of
Thank you,
everything
T.
that's really going on. I may only know so much. And then the thing of a parent is the first thing we jump into, even if our child is wrong, but we sometimes jump into protective mode. Okay, well, you wrong, but how can I help you get out of this situation? Or how can I look at this situation and say, okay, you know what? This what may happen, but to a certain extent, not so bad. So it's like sometimes you got to look at the child because at 16 years old, they go to prison. At 15 years old, they can be held as an adult. So it's like we got to learn how to respect each other. That's just
Ma'am,
the
you know
bottom
what messed
line.
with me
If
the
we're gonna
hardest?
ever be,
Thank
if
you,
we're gonna
Alicia.
ever get together, and be in unity, we got to learn how to respect each
And
other
that's
because
what's crazy
if
to me because I
and
feel like
I'm not
times
saying
like
she's
this
not a
is the
woman or
times
whatever,
we
so
should
forth,
go
but
together. Like
and
I feel like times like
integrity
this
and
is the
heart would make
time
her
we should
come back
stick
up here and
together.
apologize because
Like
that was
that's
so wrong.
like this is just like a
Well,
time
Uzi said
where
it was disrespectful not
Yeah,
to Smoker but B, and she said we're bothered. No, we're not. We're not bothered. We're on a serious conversation, and this is crazy because again, this is what the Mo3 sector, a lot of people has presented about you, Quintosa, and I never comment
oh that's
on when they're
Queen
talking about
Tulsa.
you, but everything
Girl,
357
she
Girl
don't
Lady
like me, Miss
said,
Parker. That's why she don't like that's Queen Tulsa. Girl, Queen. You know we can put it to the side for this. For Nolan, girl. It's okay. A lot of them don't like me. That's what it is. It ain't no disrespect to you, Miss Parker. It's me. I be forgetting about their ass. I'm sorry,
girl,
girl.
you're
I'm
fine. You're
just here.
fine. You're
I'm just here
fine.
for Nolan. I'm like I said,
Skoka,
my
let me ask
son.
y'all something, Skoka. Off the, you know what I'm saying? Because that's irrelevant. Right now, Skoka and Cookie, how do y'all feel about what he just said? Tatum said that the reason why they said, is he dead, is because they was panicking. How do y'all feel? Because he said it was a myth. We can't be hypocritical. We can't
First,
say
we
the
talk about the
co-author.
same people that called and said we sinking.
Yeah.
We going down. You see
Mm-hmm.
how calm I sound? Saying we just sinking, and we got insurance too. So when we drown, make sure. Come on. But this is like the blissful ignorance when they say about our community because until we realize how strong we are together, we gonna always be fucked up. They gonna keep doing this. They gonna keep doing it. Like, come on, we got a black man out here trying to exonerate the people that it all point to. Like, I mean, we sitting here, we
I
want we want some other suspects so bad. Like we would hate to think that these are kids that don't ever get it disrespected. Those are still kids, 17, 18 or not. Those are children. My sons are their age. But we not gonna take accountability from them also. Like I said, as a grown person, as a person that's in my right mind, if you're my friend that deep, I would never do nothing like that to you. Nothing my parents can make me do. And if you do it, you have to take accountability because guess what? When you go in that courtroom, they not gonna just charge. Like if this shit hit the fan like it's supposed to, they not gonna just charge the parents. They charging everybody
I
involved.
can't hear
Trust
her.
me. Can y'all
Miss
hear me?
Parker, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Ca-
I
y'all can hear y'all.
I
Can you hear Stoker, Cookie?
I can't hear Stoker at all.
But it's just a sad situation.
Come back
I ain't
up.
gonna
Come back
lie.
up, Cookie. Come back up. Come
Okay.
I
back
ain't gonna
up. I don't
lie.
know.
I'm gonna shut it down at that. It's a sad situation and it's just happening too often for us to keep ignoring it. That's all I'm saying.
Facts. Can you
Nah, I
hear me,
can't hear you,
Stoker?
Miss Parker. I'm finna
Come
come
back up,
back.
Stoker. Come back up. We're gonna finish listening to what Officer Tatum had to say so y'all can hear what he said of why and give our opinions on that. And wait for the girls to come back up. I mean, the ladies. But one thing about it here, I respect everybody. Everybody's gonna be respected. I think when I turned the volume up, Cookie, it messed up y'all volume because Chill told me to turn it up. Hold on, y'all.
Okay.
Let's finish listening to this, Cookie.
Let's see. After the boat departed on the 4th of July, which would be a huge development, we're told that at least 2 witnesses who were interviewed by law enforcement say that they saw Nolan on the island after the boat headed back to the mainland. That's significant for many reasons. Now, what do you guys got to say about this?
Yes, Samad, I got you.
TMZ, who put it out, reiterated that there's people that are saying they saw Nolan afterwards. It continues. TMZ enhanced the audio of Nolan's friends' frantic call for help when their boat was sinking, and people believe you can hear someone saying, "Is he dead?" But our sources tell us people on the boat have heard the enhanced audio and are telling people around them the audio is only panic from a boat sinking. If you put that in context,
let's talk about it. Cookie, let's start with you.
Okay. First of all, I am so glad that I was not in the when he was a police officer. I bet he lied so much on people. I'm going to say that first and foremost. It's my belief that he lied on people a lot because okay, think about this right here. If he's saying that part, right? That that comment was made because the boat was sinking. That could be true because the grandfather, when they contacted the grandfather, he didn't that he canceled the tow because and he canceled the tow. So evidently it wasn't nothing going on that was that serious to me. It wasn't going nothing going on that serious. I don't understand why he wants them to get out so bad like he does. Like I don't like what do he benefit? He act like he is a lawyer and he's here to prove a point. He's here like he's their lawyer and he's gonna prove to us that we are just
How will we panic and say somebody's dead? Think about that. He said
it don't make sense. That does not make sense. And he knows. I think I don't know. I don't know. I don't. That man right there. He didn't start out like that. Like he somebody paying him. He getting paid to do a service, and
Mhm.
he's getting paid to do a service, and he is trying so hard to do that service. So this is my thing. If you have 2 people that state that they witnessed Nolan being on the island after the fact, then bring those 2 people up on your show that stated that, so we can see who those people are. If he's okay, because I think I was at Old Navy earlier today when I heard heard that comment made, and he was talking about that he had some information that he needed to take to the police. Right? If people are contacting me, and I'm a influence, I don't know what content creator. I'm gonna tell those people to go straight to the police because it's nothing. Why do we need a middleman?
Mm.
Why do he wants to be the middleman in everything? Just tell him to go straight to the police and tell the police what they know. It's like it's something's not right with this whole situation. And then he now has inserted himself in there, bringing these boys and doing interviews with them, and they have the wrong coach to interview them. Like I be scratching my head sometimes, like something is not right about this situation.
Mm.
It don't make sense.
Mm-mm.
It
None
it
of
it, it don't make sense to me. Like every time a fact, now I can't say it's a fact, but every time something comes out or something put out, he it's like he comes to the rescue. Here go a fact. He has a fact for everything. He has the truth. Nobody else have the truth, but he knows the truth, and the truth on his end is going to set you free. Again, like Mr. Charles said, if it was three black boys and one white boy, clear boy, we would be sitting in. It could be a woman or whatever the case may be, but we would be sitting in an interrogation room for 2 or 3 days
Absolutely.
until they pull something out of somebody. So,
You remember what they did to the infamous five, and they didn't even do it.
mhm.
But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When you just played that clip, every time dude talk, I get to walk in the fish. I mean, I be just doing stuff that don't. Cause I don't listen to dude. I ain't gonna hold you, cause I can't get them couple seconds of life back. Like I'm getting old. I ain't got time to be listening to you just lie.
Yeah,
You being paid off, whatever you got going on, you ain't even doing it right. But we fit whatever, whatever. Like I said, I know what happened. I don't even got to be there. Like we all know what happened, and it is what it is. Y'all can try to, as much as you try to hide stuff, is as more as it pop out.
Yep.
yeah.
And
Like
like
when
you
people
said,
try to hide being racist, they'll slip up one day and say the N word because they trying so hard to prove that they not. But when you try to prove you not, they proved it already. They proved it the first 3 days. I ain't gonna lie. I don't understand why we going through all this rabbit hole. We know what happened. What always happened. The problem
fact.
is we're not standing up behind it. Like you will never see what you just said. Three black boys and one clear one, and something happened to the clear one. You will never see the clear people going against him.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Would never see the clear people doing interviews with us trying to clear us. Is you cool?
Yeah,
That you
you
would never see that. They laugh at us daily because it's people like that. And that's why we'll never be as strong as we could be because some people just so far like being woke is coming to the terms that you can't save people that don't want to be. A lot of people, a lot of black people that claim they don't.
we're
Mm.
so divided.
Like this stuff so clear in the eye, it's ridiculous for you to think anything else. Like it's like they make it seem like we want this. Oh, black people, we so you think we want to be beat and killed for hundreds of years? You think we want our kids to leave and never come home, but yours do.
Sometimes
We
when I
tired
listen,
of it. We would, like I said, we would wish that it was somebody else so we can break the code, so we can break the trend that y'all are actually good friends. And it ain't like that. But
Mm-hmm.
guess what? It is. And I don't want to argue with nobody. Sorry for any disrespect I gave to anybody. I just speak how I felt about the situation. I can't see it no other way. And I would love to. Like I said, these are still kids, even though they 18, they young. They the same age as my kids. I would never want to think that they are this evil in their mindset. But guess what? The
they are.
truth is the truth. And if it quack like a duck and walk like a duck, that's what it is. My friend died. I ain't get no lawyer. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, you right.
That's
Jessica said
it.
Jessica said at this point, Tatum needs to be taken in for questioning. It sounds like he's withholding info to me. I agree. I
Yep,
said the same
yep.
thing when I listened to this, Jessica. I did when he said, I've been holding on to this for a long time. But we got to remember, to me, he's working with them against the family because he has so much to say against the mother and being Crump is crazy. How do you feel about that, Cookie?
Being Crump is a first and foremost, it is imperative that we know the difference between a civil rights attorney and a criminal attorney. That's the first thing. I think a lot of times because we some people do not understand the difference between the two. They don't know the difference. So then therefore that becomes the problem right there too. They feel like, okay, here he comes to get justice. Justice on his end as a civil rights attorney is suing for money. If you trying to get criminal jail time or something like that, then you're gonna go with a criminal attorney.
Our
So
people hate to read. Our people hate
so
to learn
so
up on
so
stuff.
um that right there is a problem. I
Mm.
Ben Crump is listen, he's a very successful civil rights attorney. And I don't see anything wrong with I don't see anything wrong with what he's doing because who else do we have that's going to come to the forefront and advocate for African American people? Let's be honest. Who else do we have? Who do we see? We see him. So we have a lot of people that talk cash, but who gonna run to the occasion and support and stay down? And even when it gets hard, even when I feel like I'm about to give up, this he keeps pushing me and pushing me. No, we're gonna fight. Who else gonna do that? So
Mm.
when he talks about him, I look at it as he's a successful, educated, civil rights attorney, and you just hating, you just mad. Regardless of the fact you're hating and you're mad because if that's the case and you feel so strongly about it, then guess what? You become a lawyer and you get out there on the forefront and you advocate for us. When it comes to the mother on the hand, the mother, I think that what he is doing is very disrespectful. I think that do I think she's out here trying to um hustle people for money and stuff like that? I do not think that. I think that she just want um answers to what happened. And I think that again, and like I said on the Shank Rock podcast, and I always say this, I'm not trying to be offending nobody, but we have few women that is going to do what she's doing. She is going beyond the call, regardless till we see all the hurt that she's experiencing. With the
Mm-hmm.
little boys coming on the podcast and disrespecting her, with Officer Tatum disrespecting her, she's still moving, pressing forward. She still wants to find answers. She's not giving up. She's pushing forward. Like they just filed some they filed for I can't they filed something today. I
Yeah,
can't think of what it was.
emails and messages.
Yeah, to reserve all the evidence that may be needed, right?
Mhm.
She get let me tell you, it's not, and I'm not trying to be funny, but it's few women out there. When you see a woman like her, they get intimidated. They're scared because she's not going to stop.
Mhm.
And it's few we I, I see a lot of African American women talk the talk, but they can't walk it.
Mm.
They don't have that strength to hold on like that. They endurance to say, you know what? Today ain't my good day. I don't feel good today. This is hurting me bad. But guess what? Tomorrow I'm gonna pick myself up and I'm gonna keep on going. And I'm talking about keeping on going beyond me having to go to work, beyond me having to take care of the kids, beyond me having to take care of my husband, beyond all that. I'm gonna
Mm.
still get out there and gonna still advocate for my baby. I'm gonna still do what I gotta do to find out what's going on. We we talk a lot, but we ain't about that action like that. A lot of us we're not. And I'm not trying to offend nobody, but if you did a poll, right, and you looked at how many people, I can only speak for the educational system because, or the juvenile, because I had to been there with my sons before they got themselves together. How many people, mothers, hold on and ride the ride and don't give up? And it gets hard sometimes. And you don't just throw the towel in and you don't focus on one thing. You continue to focus on everything.
Mhm.
And you have to rely so much on, and excuse me, because I believe in God, but you have to rely so much on God to help you get through those times. And you don't stop until wherever you're trying to get, you conquer that. And sometimes when you're trying to conquer something, or trying to find out something, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're gonna lose a lot of battles to win the war. You get what I'm saying? But see,
Mm-hmm.
one thing about Nolan's mother, she's gonna win that war because she. It may be some battles, but she's gonna win that war because she's determined. Look at her son. He
I
okay,
think
but what I'm okay. Listen, this is the thing. I saw this comment. We are talking about Nolan's mom, right? Now, if we were talking about Trayvon's mother's mom,
it's the same fight for me.
it
Cookie, can you hear me?
yes,
I think what Cookie is saying, I don't want to speak for you, but the difference with Trayvon's mama and Nolan's mama to me is she is in a hell of a fight. Like this is we didn't see their lawyer being sued and the governor coming and saying we're trying to bring charges against Trayvon Martin's mother's attorney, and we want to do. They are really gunning for this woman, like Alicia said, for just having answers. But I respect your perspective, essence. You know what I'm saying? Trayvon's mama did stand in the paint, but I just feel like this woman is being targeted, and even the patients are saying they don't want her to work there because she want answers for her son.
yep.
I don't think Cookie's saying she's standing, she's doing. I mean, like, we still gotta understand she's still a mother. She still got other kids. She still got a
Yeah.
husband. She still got a home to provide for, and her reputation is being damaged. And I'm trying to understand, like, Cookie, for what?
And see,
What
this
did
the
she
thing,
do
people.
wrong?
And see, this the thing, Miss Parker. What people got to understand, it's a difference in me saying all, and it's a difference in me saying some. I did not say all mothers because it's not all mothers. Because guess what? I done had, like y'all said, stand in the paint. I have been through it, and I still had to stand. I still had to do whatever. I cannot. I cannot imagine how I would feel if I had to walk in that lady's shoes. That's got to be heavy. And then it's anything like the world, everybody around you turning against you because all you want is answers. That's all she wants is answers. And then it's affecting her job. It's affecting so much because she wants answers. So it's almost like the world in itself. The world wasn't turning on Trayvon Martin.
Hell
You
no,
feel
we
what I'm
want.
saying? The
Hell no.
world is seems like it's turning on this lady, but she still gotta be strong. She still have to. I'm sorry, I'm saying gotta still have to. At the end of the day, after she done cried so hard, put her face together and get up there and speak well and articulate her words and make sure that she get her message across. She still have to do all of that. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's battle is different, right? But her battle is just it takes a strong woman, as I said it before, to go through what she going through when it feel like hell is just trying to take you under. That's what I'm saying. And you don't have a lot, like I said, and I said again, we don't have a lot of women like that. I didn't say we don't have any at all,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not going to stop, and they know that she's not going to stop. And this right here,
Samad said they trying to make her stop fighting for her son and they want her to be quiet. And I
is
agree with what Cookie
exactly,
Samad is
exactly.
saying. They do.
Exactly. They want her to. They want to silence her, but they can't silence her because this is the thing right here. How did all of a sudden the mother? He has a mother and a father, right? But
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's approaching the mother. Everybody's on the mother.
It's
It's
for
not
that
just
young kid.
he has a father. Why nobody not saying anything about the father?
Nothing.
They not saying too much about the father. They're saying about the mother, because one thing about it is that she is determined. At the end of the day, she's determined to find answers, even if it may not be an answer that she want, or it may be an answer that that may need to be said. But she's gonna find she's not gonna stop, and she's not gonna take what they're saying. That's the reason why she went and hired Ben Crump, because she knew that if you hire him, he's gonna get it out there. He's gonna get the message across to people, a lot of people. So it's like, I'm not saying there are no mothers out there that'll fight, but going as hard as she is, it's few. It's few.
I agree. And Alicia said she's battling the Southern white elite in a Southern state. This lady's in a fight for her life. She is.
Exactly. Exactly.
She is. She really is. Leslie is saying your connection, your device is not connected. Come back, Leslie. Try to come back, Leslie. I agree with you, Cookie, and I agree with Alicia. In essence, I'm not taking what you're saying away from you, honey. She said, I agree. Essence says she agrees. Because sometimes we don't hear the full context of, I don't think, because I don't listen to the full context, but once how Cookie broke it down, I agree with what Cookie's saying. And A Young even came in and said, why are they not doing this to the father? You know what I'm saying? Why are they just targeting his mother? And like you said, Cookie, you know what I'm saying? They're offended by her stance. It's just that.
That lady right there, let me tell you, you can tell by, I was they played a video where she was in a grocery store. This was, I don't know if it was the day before the 4th of July or whatever. And she was just talking about, they supposed to be going to New Orleans to eat something, some kind of food from New Orleans or whatever, so forth, right? So I don't know if people actually do this, but this is what I do. When I'm looking at somebody, I just don't look at the outer. I go deep. You know what I'm saying? Because I go deep when I'm looking at somebody, especially in a situation like this. That lady is strong. That lady's strong. She's very strong. And see, she's very strong, and she's black, regardless of what else she got going on, Filipino or whatever the case. But she's a black woman, and she's very strong. That intimidates people, period.
Mm.
I don't care if you black, clear, whatever. When it comes up to a strong black woman coming up and they're saying, you know what, I'm not going to settle. You're not going to turn me away. I want answers, and at the end of the day, I'm going to get answers. You're going to hear me. You're going to see me. You may not call me, but I'm going to call you.
Okay.
I'm not saying that, I'm not knocking black men, but I'm just saying it's a difference when you get that strong woman up there that stand on what they say 10 toes down and say, I'm not moving. That it's different. And they know that she's not going nowhere. So guess what? That's what Officer Tatum, he attacks her.
Mm. Mm. You know, how are you feeling about Officer Tatum, Cookie, now saying, I need to go talk to Nancy Grace? It's like the narrative that he was trying to push just wasn't following through the way he expected. Like, oh, I got this big interview. I'm going viral. Everybody's tuning in. I got 200, 300, 400,000 views on this channel. So people are going to start clearing the boys' names and stuff like that, to where he's saying, go to TMZ. They're speaking factual points over there.
I think that I think that um Nancy is going to
Yes.
chew him up. She's going to chew
Mm,
him up. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, see,
mm,
you have some women that speaks off emotions, right? When they speaking, it's all about emotions. Well, if you ever paid attention to Nancy, she's speaking facts, right? So when she's speaking her facts, I will say that she's speaking her facts, right? She was an attorney, I think a prosecutor, whatever, so forth. But I know for a fact she was an attorney. So she's gonna speak the facts of what has been presented and what has been cleared. Okay, we know the boys were on the boat. We know that, right? So she's gonna speak facts. The boys were on the boat. He can't. He can't try to. He can't try to spin her because she's going to hold her own. She's going to tell you like it is, how she feel it is, and if you don't like it, guess what? Disconnect yourself.
mm,
And that's just
mm.
how. I mean, if you look at her when she on her podcast, she's straightforward. If we like it or not, don't agree with some of the stuff she says, she's straightforward and she stand on what she believes. So him going on her podcast, okay, for what? What you trying to convince her now? Because it's funny how when he didn't, we listened to everything that she said, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Well, we're not gonna listen to no more. If you want to go over and listen to it on her
So
podcast,
deep.
then you go over and listen to her podcast." Because guess what? She's not fitting the narrative of what he's trying to go. What he's
Yes.
trying to accomplish, she don't fit that. She's not with that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm not saying I can't say she's the worst person. I'm not like again, I may not agree with everything that she states, but I'm respect her point of view, if that makes sense. So then therefore, what he want to go in there and challenge her or something? Well, he's
Yeah.
trying to convince you can't convince Nancy Gray.
Yes.
That
And
like
that's what
that
he.
Nancy Gray remind me of a lawyer in Georgia named Renee Rockwell. Very powerful, um, clear attorney, straightforward. Like she get in court and you can tell she got pulled because I ain't never seen a lawyer in court make cuts and keep on going and everybody just still be looking like that's Renee Rockwell. You get what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
Nancy Gray, she's a woman of what she believes. She stand on it, even if it's something that we may not believe as African American people, but she stands on it. So him getting up and talking about he want to go on her podcast or whatever, so forth, it's okay because then see, she's gonna challenge you something that you did not do when you were interviewing those boys, Officer Tatum.
Yes. I agree. I agree 100%. And see, Nancy explained to, if y'all go back, I thought it was Nancy's kid. So I take that back. I thought it was one of Nancy's kids, but Nancy's fiance had got unalive, murdered the day before their wedding. The day before their wedding. So imagine somebody taking a life and you not only grieving, but this is what makes you go as hard on cases trying to find out what happened
Mm-hmm.
to somebody's loved one. You get what I'm saying? And why wasn't that an option at the beginning? Why not Don Lemon? He's not going nowhere to where he feel like he's not trying to spin the narrative. He's going to where they're big. He's trying to hit him. He know Don Lemon ain't going.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
He know none of them are going. So he's gonna try to go to the next biggest thing, which is Nancy Grace.
And she's gonna
Thank you, Big Mama
she's
and
gonna make him
Sharon.
look so crazy. I would not want to go on her show because like even with his
Yes.
interviews, even when it came to his interviews, they were horrible. Like he need a coach. He needs somebody to coach him when it comes to interviewing because he everything was leading and he never asked follow-up questions. So we didn't get an answer because They were going in circles, in circles. And I say I put on his I was when I was looking at something that he had video that he had posted, and I put on there. I was like, I think the problem with you is that you allow these kids to go in circles. If I don't know nothing else, I learned about a boat.
Mm,
I don't know nothing else now, but I know
mm.
about a boat because Warren was very detailed when he was talking about that boat. So I
Yes,
know about a boat. I don't know nothing else.
She said, Trayston, how you feel about this, you guys? Cookie in the audience. Trayston said Ocean Spring sticks together. That stood out to me, Essence, more than anything. More than anything. That
You telling
Ocean
the truth.
Spring, when he was challenging Ben Crump, telling Ben Crump that Ocean Spring sticks together. We see that.
Yep,
Like, we're seeing that.
it's obvious.
Eat them up. It's very obvious. Very obvious. Where do you think now we got the narrative, Cookie? Before we get up out of here, we got the narrative now: cocaine and drinking.
I think that when I heard that earlier today, I'm going to say this right here. I hope that he did not have drugs in his system. I really hope that.
Why do you hope that, Cookie? Explain. Because I think I
Be,
know where you're going. Explain.
because if he have drugs in his system, once they do the toxicology report, um,
I'm gonna look it up,
you
Sharonda.
already drinking alcohol, right? And that alters the thinking. Then you putting cocaine up your nose. That makes you people I have been around. That makes them like kind of like on edge. If they go with that narrative right there, then could he have been panicking,
Mm.
all on edge,
Jessica
all
just said
over the
the same thing.
all over the place? Um, could he have done something to himself because he was so high?
Mm.
So it's going to spin the narrative going into another direction.
Absolutely.
I think that as a mother, it would crush me because now, if he was on cocaine, then where did he get it from? And his circle of friends, that means that all y'all on cocaine or some of y'all putting something up your nose.
Mm.
So again, that was the wrong friend group to be around. And then all of a sudden, just okay, first it was alcohol, now it's cocaine. What is gonna be next? So I think that I just hope that there's nothing in his system
Mm-hmm.
for as like drugs wise, because now, oh, black young boy, Nolan, he was on drugs. Now I'll say he was on drugs, or he he did something to unalive himself because he knew that he was going back to the training camp on what Monday or something like that,
Yeah, that's
and
what
he was
Miss
gonna
Jackson just said.
have drugs in his system, and he did not want to have drugs. So it's gonna spin it.
Yep.
It's going to go in a whole nother direction. But I always say this right here: at the end of the day, no matter what we think, no matter how we feel, but and I believe this, and one of the ladies on your podcast a while back stated this, that there's a man that sits high and he looks low. At the end of the day, it's God, and He has the final say so. No matter what we feel, no matter what we think, or He's not going to get justice. He's this and He's not that. It's already been written. The outcome. We're just waiting for it. We're going
Yeah.
through the process, the motion to get there. So I just again hope that there's no drugs in his system.
And Miss Jackson came in and said, "Who? Officer Tatum is ready to spin the narrative. Be on the lookout for Officer Tatum to say, and not even Officer Tatum, y'all. Stacey Turner to say y'all gonna say Miss Parker said it, that toxicology report said Nolan had cocaine and his alcohol was way above the level and stuff. Cause why now? Just think, Cookie, real quick, and we getting out of here for the night because we're gonna come back tomorrow. I got more to share with y'all. Want to get into Bart and Katie tomorrow. But Cookie, look at this. You done did interviews with all the friends. He said no, some of them didn't want to come up. And you mean to tell me that today, cocaine and alcohol?
You know what? If Nolan was on cocaine, Warren is on cocaine, Tristan on cocaine,
Black Warriors.
Bart
Yeah.
on cocaine, all of them on cocaine, and that's the case. All of them on heavy drugs. If that's the case, well, he had a little meth in his system too. So it's again, Warren never stated that Nolan used any drugs at all, right? Tristan never stated that Nolan was on any drugs. So all of a sudden now, Nolan was putting cocaine up his nose.
Yep.
So then that means that somebody's
I know you
hiding
said we
something,
finna get
right?
off. My bad though. I just made it home from work. I just had to shine me in. Good show though. Good
Hey,
show.
Gordo, salute, Gordo. Gordo, salute.
Hey,
And Miss Dunn, before you chime in, Gordo, I'm not putting it into the universe. I already said that Rain of Fire did speak on that. Y'all make sure y'all drop Rain of Fire's link. But I'm just saying the narrative. That's why my title is The Dark Side in the Narrative. A narrative has already been spun. Y'all didn't, if y'all
Mm-hmm.
didn't think for a second that they weren't gonna say this, that's why Warren mentioned drinking. If y'all pay attention and really listen to the interviews, shit was mentioned for a reason. Go ahead, Gordo, chime in.
and it wouldn't be nothing like coke. That we talking about the coast, they got high class drugs. It'll be Percocet, Adderall, shit like that. Um, there's a lot of stuff going on in different regions. So the Nolan situation is kind of past what we've been dealing with up my way. Um, they have Black Beach weekend down there too. So I don't want to just put out the effect that the whole coastal area of Mississippi is racist. It's actually the most vibrant place you can go to and actually enjoy yourself. It just you gotta know who them people is. You feel me? And certain communities, black people they congregate with them. Um, it's a cover up. I just
Mm-hmm.
hate that they
Mm-hmm.
using a black man to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They using great value Umar.
Uh,
If Umar Johnson was pro white, that what Officer Tatum is. And the
Mm,
first thing Wyatt said was he praised him, said he been following his podcast. All his friends been following his podcast, but you can kind of tell that Officer Tatum is leftist. He's a open Republican. I majored in political science. I'm not gonna sit here and try to say I'm for Democratic. I'm a conservative. I'm liberal. I mean, it comes from being from Mississippi. Um, far as that audio, you can't sugarcoat what you hear. That was the whole thing. What I was saying, a couple weeks ago when I was on my live and Auntie Fee dropped down, is just wait for everything to come out. I even said in that live, don't be surprised if I'll see one or two mix boys pop out. Speaking about Nolan, that was his second interview. You know, um,
He was high on that interview.
and as far as why young kids on a boat by themselves without adults, I don't know how they do in other states. Certain things is like a rite of passage in Mississippi. Drinking, able to get your auntie, uncle, mama F-250, F-150 car on the weekend, a boat, able to go out hunting by yourself with a 12 gauge before you actually 18, you know. But it's just a circumstances where you can tell shit being covered up. It's just you gotta wonder at this point who getting paid.
Yeah.
That's all.
Because think about it, and I didn't mean to cut you off. I hope I did. But when he said that he watched the Officer Tatum show, right? I thought to myself, and when I was 18 years old, and I'm old, Officer Tatum show is not for 18-year-old Officer Tatum show. Maybe his mother watch and was looking for her food to catch on social media on the internet to, I guess, shed light on their story. But I can't see those boys. I don't know. It's just me, and I could be wrong. I just can't see those just sitting there and watching his show like that. Maybe Grace, he may l- pass it and may come back and look, but just watching it and how he just really like his show. I can't. I can't see that. And then Tristan stated that the reason why he felt comfortable with talking to Officer Tatum is because, okay, so it's Wyatt that was on, because of my mind. It's Wyatt that was on there on the show. Because I think I said Warren, but it was Wyatt.
Warren.
It was Warren. Okay, so I said it right. So Warren stepmom allowed him to go on the show. So then Tristan felt comfortable to go on the show because Wyatt was on the show. So it wasn't that, to me, it's not that he really looks at your show. No. He felt comfortable because it's like this. If the judge allowed her son to go on the show, then I'll be all right going on the show. But let me tell you, at the end of the day, Tristan is still black. And they will throw you under the bus.
And that's what he was saying.
And
The mixed boys. He said, that's what. And y'all make sure y'all follow
and
Gordo.
and, and we not going. And I hate to make this sound prejudice. I'm a chocolate nigga. I'm sorry what I'm finna say. In Mississippi, the mixes, especially the guys, man, they gonna swindle towards their side when it comes to right or wrong. I done seen it personally. They gonna go, they ready to go to Mayberry and protest and go on off Capitol Street. And let's not get me wrong, Ocean Spring is like maybe 200 miles from Jackson. San Antonio is probably 400 to 500 miles from Ocean Springs. We have different things going on in different parts of Mississippi where the Nolan shit probably just put a lot of the other stuff on the back burner. Because it's you want everybody to perceive that it's about race, but I think it just a situation how black boy died, they try to cover it up. You might as well look at it like, I know what you did last summer. They're trying to cover this shit up. Like, we had the Goon Squad situation in Rankin County. It's way more heinous. And it's way more messed up stuff that go on. I know when I was in college, at least two black guys drowned on a reservoir, and they was partying with white folks, but nobody thought about race because guess what we looked at, man? Them niggas like they love partying with the white folks. How we looked up. This I can't sit here and say that this generation ain't the same way. That's why you don't hear them down there raising hell and off the coast. If this would have happened in Mouse Point, probably bodies would have been dropping. I'm gonna say it like that, man. Because Mouse Point kind of cut a little different as far as the coast. But far as race baiting it, they have Black Beach Weekend down there every year. It's like the black version of Freaknik. Never heard of a racial situation going on doing this stuff. Even when I was going, I never seen it. And you seen black, white, Hispanics going to Black Beach Weekend. It's just this one situation messed up because you see the evidence for yourself and they trying to cover it up other than saying, hey, we had an altercation, stuff went left.
Yeah.
Yes, we should have called the police.
But we did not.
We did not, and our parents tried to cover it up.
And that's what, and that's what I was at school today, because we just went back, and of course, we was sitting there. We was everybody talk about Nolan. I don't care what classroom I was going into. We sitting there. You heard about Nolan? What else? But that's one of the points that I made, and people agree. Like you said, I think that it may have been a mistake, an incident that happened, and instead of them doing the right thing, they did not. Like he stated, calling the police, reporting it. So now it's like this big cover up, and I believe somebody going to jail because
Gordo, go ahead, Cookie, and then I'm gonna go ahead, Cookie. I'm sorry.
I just believe that somebody that you can cover up stuff for only so long. Somebody going to flip. The pressure going to hit somebody's chest, and they ain't going to be able to take it because a simple mistake that could have been a mistake, now it's like it's not a mistake no more. It's negligence. You just made a decision at this point, and it's like everybody just. I ain't never. I guess because I live in a bubble, but I've never seen that many people just lie. Everybody lying. The stepmama lying. Officer Tatum. You know, it's like people, and it's facts. It's proven. They pointed out. Look what she said right here, and then look what she said right there. This don't match with this. Look what he said right here. Look what he said right there. This don't match. It's like it something that could have been handled. It have been blown out of proportion. Now the world is looking now.
Gordo, what's the shift like where you are in Mississippi since this has happened to Nolan? Do y'all see a shift? Do y'all see a change? Do you think this is gonna open up so much more that's happening in Mississippi?
I mean, like I said, each region got their own stuff going on, so the impact of everybody talking about Nolan. But you gotta understand, we just had a situation where two ladies and a 2-year-old just got, even days before the Nolan situation happened. So people still protesting it. We got a corruption thing going on with the ex-mayor Jackson. People still talking about that. The Nolan stuff kind of shifted everybody from the issues in our own community to worry about what's happening with this situation. But A lot of the young black females or mothers on Facebook, they tired of his mama. I'm gonna be real with you. What I see on Facebook, they feel like she didn't even bring up folks reached out or they wanted to talk to her. Some of the parents. Just going off social media where I network with of knowing folks or whatever. Just speaking from posts I seen, they look at them like they upper middle class black people. They probably, they frowned upon their own community for years, and that's something that happened to them, and they need us. That's how a lot of people talk.
Can I ask you a question? So,
At the same time, during that week, the situation with the Goon Squad, the lawsuit the two black men had on the Goon Squad and them in Rankin County, which Ben Crump could have spoke on that. He could have been a part of that. That was a civil rights injustice. I think they won like $8-10 million. But how can you reward people when you didn't shadow or frowned upon? You broke their dignity. If you know what the situation with the Goon Squad, like it's borderline the Blue Boys zesty. You might well just say it like that. They were doing some perverted stuff, but anybody talking about it. With the Nolan stuff, I just look at it like it's messed up to say it's other. We ain't even hearing about Baby K. We ain't hearing about the baby no.
Yeah.
Hearing about the Walmart situation. It's like
I agree.
we lose our train. This situation made us lose our train of thought on what we did have going on in Mississippi, where everybody got to put their focus on is this based off race. People gonna stop going to the coast because the coast is like a tourist spot during the summer and spring. Is they gonna take their money from going down there?
Facts.
During Black Beach weekend, Q Delta weekend. It's a lot of things that go on. The baby just had a concert, made 7 million. Is they gonna stop the nightlife atmosphere that go on down there because of this one situation?
Mm-hmm.
So,
can I ask?
Hold
Can
on,
I ask?
hold on. Let me address Leslie. Nolan mom doesn't owe nobody. I haven't seen that, but Nolan Gordo's from Mississippi, so this affects Mississippi as a whole because Gordo is speaking facts. Like he said, nobody's even speaking about that baby anymore because we heard it's like this is swept under the rug. The Goon Squad swept under the rug. And it's so much in he when you live when you in a state where this is happening.
two young ladies and a 2-year-old baby got executed because of the baby daddy. It was about 5 people end up getting caught. One of them ended up fleeing to Texas. Like the Nolan stuff happened, it's like we ain't hearing nothing else from the news talk about none of those situations.
So Leslie, let's say this. She said, "Well, Mississippi is the one to try to cover it up, but why somebody that's from Mississippi can't speak on that? This is his thoughts and this is his right. It's not about Mississippi just trying to cover it up. It's something he's saying. We need to open our eyes as Black people into all the cases. Is what he's saying. Like, dang, where's the people that could have spoke up for this? Where's the people that could have?" He could have spoke up for this. And this is what we have to have real conversations because I like being Crump. And again, I've got pictures with being Crump on my social media and all of that. But I understand what Gordo's saying. And Cookie made a good point. She was like, who do we go to? Because
Exactly.
only one big Crump. You know what I'm saying, Gordo? What can we, let me see how to word this. Why ain't it enough Black men stepping up in civil rights to where we can get that kind of situation?
To be honest with you, you got Kenneth Stokes, Benny Thompson, all those guys, but you got to understand the district of Mississippi that I'm in, predominantly Black, where those civil rights activists and politicians and state representatives are from. We only speak on the status quo of this area with racial injustice, how they trying to rebuild back up Fondren Capital State Street in Jackson, where it's a lot of homeless folks out there. White, Black, Mexicans. So we're not gonna say that we're gonna get Kenny. They're gonna pay Kenny Stokes. Like If you didn't seen this old politician talking about how these mayors and stuff smoking dope. If you ever came across those show, I done share some shorts on YouTube of if they not gonna pay him to come from Jack to the coast to talk about Nolan Williams. But guess what? If it's a situation of black racial injustice that's go on in the capital cities or surrounding areas, he on they top. Oh, he on they. He don't care. He don't care. He don't care.
But I guess my
Black,
question
blue,
to you is,
brown. He don't care. It just in those areas, those elected officials that's in those areas on the coastal region of Mississippi, they white.
Right.
I guess my question is, why do I guess my question is, and maybe somebody can answer it for me. Answer it. Why is it that everybody expects for Ben Crump to address everything? He don't have to address everything. Okay, so in Mississippi, you stated that y'all have some civil rights leaders. So, okay, in Mississippi, they need them civil rights leaders need to start stepping up
It,
or something. I'm in Georgia, right?
Well,
So then
this what I'm saying.
therefore,
It can be distractions on all avenues because at the same time while there's Nolan stuff going on, we got redistricting and runoff elections where they actually moving white people into the district to go against the black people. Where these districts are being, it really was systematically made where two black people gonna run against each other to win this district. Now they
so y'all
seeing what
y'all
money.
have bigger issues. It's bigger issues
That's
than
that's
just the Ben
that's
Crump.
that's that's all I'm saying. How can we
It ain't got nothing to do
put
with him.
pause on what we got going on
Mm-hmm.
in this part of Mississippi to worry about that when that's like Green Acres to us? We trying to build back from where the white folk moved out of Jackson and fucked up Jackson. Now they want to come back in once black people start buying into the community and stuff. They want to they want to tip off the FBI to get black folks on yachts in Miami in the summertime. Yo, we're gonna give you 30,000 on your campaign. Then you in a whole bribery scheme and your whole legacy go down the drain, man.
Okay, but okay, I'm reading, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm reading what it says, Essence
Yes.
of a Lady. Okay, this is the thing right here. Remember, it goes back to what I stated at first. Ben Crump is a civil rights attorney, right? That's what he's not a criminal attorney. Ben Crump is not sending nobody to jail, but guess what? He's getting those families some money.
But
So
that's what she's saying. Hold on, Cookie. That's what she's saying. She's saying, I need, because we want justice isn't money. Justice is convictions.
So they need a
Hell,
criminal attorney. They need a criminal attorney. If they listen, this is what I think. And when I be looking at some of these cases, right, I be thinking when he come in, the civil rights attorney, not the criminal attorney, right? The civil rights attorney. Okay, so this is what it is. He's coming and he's talking about how their civil rights have been violated, right? So then, okay, so Cookie, your civil rights were violated like this, like right here. He give me this laundry list of how my civil rights were violated, and I can get you $1.6 million, right? Some people they're gonna look at $1.6 million, and they're gonna be looking at the person going to jail. You know what? I need the 1.6 million. I could care less about them going to jail. But then on the other hand, somebody else may state, okay, you know what? I want the 1.6 million, and I want justice, and I want them to go to jail and serve some time. So we don't know actually what the conversation is about when they go in front of Ben Crump, because he's a civil rights attorney. Now, if it was a criminal attorney and they were not getting convictions, then we have a problem. But I think people kind of forget that he's he's a civil rights. He's not a criminal attorney.
that's
I
facts.
want to point out something else too. I
What
don't
is
know if
it?
Miss Parker remember a couple months ago. I was playing it, it's like an Indian guy go to different hoods in Mississippi doing like taboo type interviews or whatever. He went to down there Corinth, Mississippi, in the country part. interviewing black and white people. If the interview we hear, if you really want to know how crazy shit is, this one interview he interviewed the guy. The guy had covered his face and everything. He basically telling them like, "Yeah, we off these people for fun." So it's other parts of Mississippi where it's whole wars going on in the country. They don't even speak on, but it's documentaries out there. Like this guy said in this motherfucker that my bad, man, Parker. Basically, he said that he mutilated or he murdered a child before. This is on a documentary. You will never catch these folks openly saying this stuff because it's totally different than when they get behind cameras. But it's just the world we live in down here. It just now it's like these young cats got switches. They can get 3D printers and make guns. Some stuff ain't going on what they think go on in Mississippi. Just a lot of it is being covered up and shadowed by the media. But it's a lot of stuff that happens and go on and interviews that get had that don't get talked about. Just like they trying to cover this up in that same town I'm talking about, they probably praising whatever happened to Nolan because they don't like black people.
Mm.
This is just a side note for people to just think about the stuff I actually watch. Even some of my content when I was doing content over there, Little Africa stands for what it stands for. Little Africa is Mississippi. Um, I see all aspects of what people talk about, but at the same time, the history we have down here, I can tell people it's bright spots in Mississippi. You do have some white people that die about their black friends. You got some white people that have been adopted by black families. I can't cap to you. When I see a white family with some black kids they adopt, I'll be looking crazy. That's my prejudice.
You said when you see what now?
White families that adopt black kids openly, public. I get nervous.
What?
I get nervous
Down there.
because
Okay.
I get nervous.
Oh wow.
It bothers me because I see the stories from out of state about these,
Yeah.
you know, but I
Right.
never heard a story go on like that down here. But when I see that in public, it bothers me. I'm ready to holler out cold white. I'm ready to holler out cold white. I mean, that's what the secret code is in retail, but I can be prejudiced in my own way with things I've been around, but they're just me. And uh, I don't know, man. It might just be an eye opener me speaking about it. I can say a lot of it ignorantly, but it's a lot of stuff that go on that they don't talk about around here.
So can I ask you a question?
And hold on, Cookie. I want to hear from you, Gordo. Gordo's link is in the chat. Gordo, I want to see those documentaries from you based off of people that live there that has seen things. You know what I'm saying? Got homeboys that went through things. All of that. I want to hear from the people from Mississippi. And I get what you said when you see a white family with black kids, especially in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? That alert would go off in my head too. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know those documentaries existed, but Aqualine said I saw that too. She said she saw the one that you're talking about and stuff, and I definitely want to look into them too, Gordo. You know what I'm saying? So I really want your take on it. I want to hear your take and stuff like that. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Gordo. Essence said you shared a lot. He definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff. Go ahead, Cookie. Give your thoughts. Go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. Look, he did share a lot because I was okay. Where's the safest parts of Mississippi then?
I mean, if you ask me, I just feel like this, man. Don't go nowhere. Just don't be driving in Rankin County at night. That just where I'm from. Like, just don't be doing nothing dirty in Rankin County at night. I can't. When you get to speaking on like Corinth, Mississippi, these certain towns that's predominantly white, got a borderline of like a mixed interracial population. Beware of it too, you know. But if you just ask me, you know, um, at 37, just shit. I drive around County, man. I got my seatbelt on. I ain't finna smoke no weed. I'm not even finna buy no liquor. I ain't forget I'm going to speed. I ain't going 3 to 5 miles over. I ain't giving folks no reason to pull me over. Because systematically, that's what I always heard since a little boy. Don't go doing no dumb shit in Rankin County. That's all I ever heard. No other town, just that one time. But they have years of civil rights and racial injustice that their police department has done to black people. The biggest situation is the Goon Squad situation that happened like 3, 4 years ago. But all of it really say, man, I mean, it's just the coast. It's love on the coast. You want to talk about the Jackson metropolitan area, whether it's Ridgeland, Madison, North Jackson, all this good. Going to the college towns for Starkville, Oxford.
And that's the clear people.
Oxford might be a different thing because it's like, yeah, yeah. Well, Ole Miss said, yeah, the Ole Miss, Corinth, that whole little thing up there, yeah, yeah. That'll put a borderline. You say where not to go, what to be presentable with, yeah. Old Oxford to Corinth, up that little area, Lauderdale, all that, yeah. Rankin County, yeah. But it's stuff to do out there. It just can't be too niggerish, man. I mean,
But that's anywhere you go. I'm in Georgia, and it's certain places we know. Okay, don't go up there, especially at nighttime. So let me ask you another question. So because you see that it's scarcity when it comes to um, people advocating. So in like where you're from, do like the men in your community or whatever, do you all take a stand? And I know you say you're a content creator, but do you all take a stand in the community and go out and advocate for the wrongdoing? Okay, do you all take a stand like being Crump, not to that magnitude, but because he's a millionaire, but take a stand and say, okay, this is wrongdoing in our community and we want to see change like he's doing?
I knew that.
yeah, but I mean the conversation for is Nolan situation. It's not too much of that going on. You got 12-year-olds killing 16-year-olds. You got the same color, you know. You got little babies being hit with stray bullets. Yeah, they speaking on it. Injustice is dealing with that. The injustice of that stuff that go on. That's what's going on in South Central Mississippi.
Okay.
Like, it's not the biggest. Like I say, the biggest thing we had go on where you had Bennett Thompson. This the same guy that y'all probably seen on the news when Trump, every time Trump got impeached or elected, the bald headed old dude that's on Capitol Hill. He's the representative from Mississippi. Been one of our state representatives, senators since I was a little boy. He got his own Bennett Thompson. He the one you need. He got his own ad campaign that been running for 30 years. The same slogan. Everybody know. They speak on these injustices that go on. It's dealing with our own color. The only thing that didn't happen where these guys had to speak on racial indifferences or inequality or just civil rights issues for it being crunk. That's the Goon Squad situation that happened in Brandon County. Other than that, they telling people to put the guns down. Man, y'all putting guns up, let the kids in these parks again. It's black folks trying to get their Black Wall Street back, man. We can't shift our narrative or thoughts to that part of Mississippi.
To my what Nolan is at?
Yeah.
Mm.
If them politicians shift to go down there to be with being crunk, do you know the power shift that happened in politics within that week? For things
Yes.
to go on, can't do it. I would. I send my youngest intern I got that's in college. Hey, go down there and get your name up. I'm gotta handle this here.
Mm.
Struggle law. I mean,
So Mississippi is
I mean, I feel like this, man. If you ain't finna go out and get no job, it's gonna be a struggle for anybody. I mean, Laura got Howard. They got industrial plants down there. Shit, motherfucker gotta stop smoking, and get a job.
yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I see the same folks leave Mississippi, wasn't hitting no shit, didn't like working nothing. Get what? They back in 2 years. We got one of the biggest content creators slash video vixen, whatever you want to call her, man. She had to move back to Ocean Springs.
Mm.
That's the rich part, right?
Brittany Rummer.
Why? What happened, Gordo? What happened?
She got old. She couldn't. Yeah, the bag ran out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me talk about her now. Man, she? Hey, she can be blogging up on the Nolan stuff too. She from down there. I mean, it's folks that's from down there that's put like this. Brittany Runner, Devin Booker. The two
Mm-hmm.
people that I know that got money that's from that area that can put their resources together and make it do what it do for that area for Nolan and his family. You don't see them motherfuckers down there, man.
Facts.
Shit, I used to be all through. Whoever said it about Laurie, I used to be all through Laura. All in the Queens. Shit. My what gonna say like my little nephew grandmama, but she raised me. She the candy lady in the Queenberry. She still sell ice pop and all this shit down there.
Mm. Do you feel like Mississippi is still stuck in the 60s, Gordo?
Hell, nope. Nope. It just it's for what folks that's not from here think, but nah. Hell nah. I look at education, all this stuff now. We like a lot of statistics that was brought out when I was growing up. I seen a lot of those statistics change in the last 15 years since I've been an adult.
So where do Mississippi rank when in education?
Oh shit, I forgot what it was, but I remember sharing it probably like 2 years ago. But it's we ain't we ain't where folks might think we at. Nah, it's totally different now. I
How
think a
about
lot of it had to do with the audits that see a lot of people don't know when these schools segregated, it's something called audits. If your school didn't have the right amount of teachers, make a certain amount of money they need to make to pay their bills off, all public school got audited. There's a lot of public schools in Mississippi after desegregation that was on audit list. It's 2026. A lot of them schools are off the audit list. You ever just wonder why some schools in your community right now, whatever state you in, them schools are no more? They probably say the school went down. They was on audit list. School had shit down. Poor
so
man.
James said
I
so
mean,
James said something that somebody else said. Somebody else said it's the poorest state in the region.
there's a lot of entrepreneurship going on there. I just don't see poverty like everybody else said. I mean, Boris Jackson and shit. But even with them situations, you got apartment complexes that been shut down for like 5 years. They've been letting these folks stay in these apartments for 5 years. They just not shutting off lights, water, and all that. You had 5 years to figure out what you gonna do with your life. So a lot of this shit don't get talked about.
Right.
I'm from here. If a motherfucker from the Delta, small town, I'm from Clarksdale. Oh, you from Clarksdale? Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, ain't shit. My bad, I forgot. Yeah, out that way, the Delta, yeah, it's fucked up. I ain't trying to say it like that. I got people for the Delta, but yeah, yeah.
Gordo, are you busy? I know you work like crazy. Are you? What time are you gonna be free tomorrow?
I'm off tomorrow.
Can you pull up with me tomorrow about 2:30?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, because I
Yeah,
definitely want to.
we got all that. Like, I don't, I don't know, man. I guess my experience, I'm somebody I lived out of state. I come from the hood. I wasn't supposed to make it. I'm one of them cats that supposed to been dead in jail, man. Like, so with me, it hit a lot different when you talk about getting it out the mud and where I'm at now. I saw a documentary about Pinewood School. Yeah, it's some sick shit that happened out there in Pinewood, but I tell
I'm gonna
you
talk
this
about
though,
it tomorrow.
they used to have a good basketball team though. Them niggas were wild. And a lot of them folks that was on the Pinewood board, they on in the Epstein files.
Mm.
You know, and for everybody that people that's in Miss Parker chat that might be from Mississippi, I don't think I'm saying, man, shit. I came from the places I came from. I'm the great grandson of sharecroppers. They got their 40 acres in the Murray. You know, I'm one of them. I come from one of them towns where we had black schools named after black people. I mean, I only went to school with probably one or two white people. So with me, yeah, it's all black everything. Um, my dad was a freedom fighter, Black Panther, Gangster Disciple. I mean, in the beginning of all that, like before he died, I know about everything he been through. Um, he walked with Fred Hampton. I heard about the Fred Hampton story when I was 8, 9 years old, not knowing who Fred Hampton was. So I can only motivate people around me, but you make no matter where you from, you gotta make the best of it, man. Oh shit, nobody the struggle don't last forever unless you gonna keep putting yourself through it. That's all. But I don't look at the statistics no more. I just go back to what I perceive. These black kids graduating with scholarships and all this shit, and it ain't for just playing football, man. Ain't playing basketball or none of that. That's the only thing I'm saying. Black people getting grants to build technical school develop for, you know, tech companies and shit. They just don't speak about this stuff. Uh, and I'm sorry, man. I done been through the Mike Brown, Trayvon Morris, Sandra Bland's, Freddie Gee. I done been through all that. And once my daughter was born, I just had to worry about my bottom line. I got out of that whole Black Lives Matters, want to be woke, be all natural, man. I can't be fake. So if something don't sound right to me, I'm gonna speak on it, but I can't go with the bottom line of black, white people. I can only say right is right, wrong is wrong. The way I perceive things just might be a little different, given take I come from here.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
He said, "Do you hear the young people talk about race?"
Hell no. They don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm just being honest. Oh, no, man, cause you like even here, man, it's you gonna catch some gangster ass white boys that don't fuck with the preppy ass white boys. You gonna catch some thought ass YB, YCs that don't fuck with the preppy. It just Jags, this little area just different from down there or up there. That's all I can, or even the coast. I mean, even the Delta, it just get a little area like you gonna catch the white people that grew up in the hood. It's just different.
Do you think we just in a different era? Because I think we just in a different era where we heard about racism coming up. You know what I'm saying? I heard
Mm-hmm.
through it to us, Gordo. You know what I'm saying? We heard about this happening, the Emmett
Yeah.
Till, things like that. Do you think we're just in a different generation where it are we not educating our kids enough, or what
Oh,
changed?
no, they educated enough.
Okay.
They educated enough. I mean, they still, folks still do the whole, Juneteenth black. They still do that, but you got to look at it when you in the hood and you got 15 corner stores in the hood, and all of them owned by Arabs. They gon' You might not gonna see them point out their ration just to the white folks. They point it out. It's them folks now at the juice store now that's
That's true.
that's getting more picked on for as being racist and all this stuff. I mean, it'll be a culture shock for y'all. I mean, if y'all to just see it for yourself, I mean, it's just hard to explain. I mean, a lot of these white kids, the generation down here, they grew up off Paul Wall, Eminem, and Lil White.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Is it certain parts of Mississippi to where you think you're gonna hear more of a race
yeah,
conversation than others?
yeah, yeah.
Got
I mean, when I was in college, I went to Hands and Rain. I mean, they had a record store. Um, they had they side door. Saying if you know how a door look when it's saying all the way down to the groove of you can still while if you know how the color only, if you know how white the white only doors look, if you seen them doing, if you seen any of the picture from the civil rights movement, making it that time, if you know how those doors was made, when you saying those doors down, you can see the wording as good as day. I mean, this 2008. Man, I heard my brother partner told me before I left, Hazelhurst, man. Hey, you go down there, don't be on a white folk, y'all. I ain't know what the hell he talking about. I ain't
mm,
still. I got with some cats from other parts, man. We went to go to the store, get us some Newport cigarettes, stuff kids do. And don't put this into Nolan situation, but I'm just saying, this college, man. We going to get cigarette loads, sandwich bags, all this stuff, man. Yeah, we in a walking to the store. We seen the side of the door. It's saying down to the T. You can see the white only sign on the door. We come back from the store. We had the guys to tell us, hey, we would, man, y'all pull y'all motherfucking pants up. I play like I ain't even heard 'em. I know
mm,
what my mom and them told me. The rest of them ratchet ass niggas from other parts of Mississippi, them niggas from Batesville, Greenville, Greenwood, uh Tyler Time, they from other parts of Mississippi. Them niggas like, what? Huh? Oh, it turned up. Oh, it turned the fuck up. That was my first time ever seeing some racist shit. And they felt offended because the older guy told them I will be happy if you motherfuckers pull y'all motherfucking pants.
mm. She said, hearing you say this is why I didn't believe Nolan's mom, though. It was racially motivated transparency.
Do you think that this situation with Nolan is racially motivated? Do you think that Gordo?
For them, okay, if the facts remain that all them people on that boat he grew up with, right? I mean, it got to take a lot of thought for me to think about this. Nolan was what, 19, 20? So they waited 15, 10 years to say we're gonna kill this nigga today. I honestly think a fight broke out, some shit happened in that water. Nolan died. They tried to cover it up. Instead of calling the police, say, hey man, it's an accident happened. We ain't mean for this to happen. We need y'all to. They probably could have saved his life. But give and take, if them all them was friends for as long as they say they was, it's hard for me. They could. Let me think about it. Give and take me and my partners now. Okay. Yeah. And I grew up around them a black niggas. There was a point in time we wanted to kill each other behind some females. Yeah. If it was behind the Katie girl, that's the girl name. Fuck it, let's be for
Yep.
real. Yeah, man. One of them white boy with man Nolan putting that big head dick, Black D in that girl. My bad, me Paul. And
Go
shit
ahead.
got hit. Shit got hit in that water, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. We talking about the coast. I'm gonna be all the way honest. On the coast, all the snow bunnies love. It don't matter if you went to a prep school or you the gangstest nigga around. They love us. They they'll go against their dad. They gonna put you, make sure you get on a state audit. Man, they love us down there. It hit different down there for black men. He
Mm,
probably put that mural on. He just came. He back for the summer. His partner, they probably knew they was fucking with the sign girl. Probably talked about the shit. Probably talked about the shit while they was in school, man. The white boy probably fell in love. Yeah, Nolan off the college. He probably fell in love with
Uh-huh.
Nolan back in. Nolan probably been knocking Mario coins out of for the last month and a half, 2 months.
Uh-huh.
If she probably wouldn't have popped up out on that island, Nolan probably still be alive. She just went little. They covered it up. But
yep.
who actually gonna say this situation happened because another man was tender?
Yep. Facts.
Because I know for sure, man. I didn't play in the snow one time in my life. I'm gonna be honest. When the blue boy that was breaking the bread, and when he found out the pill and the weed was getting brought to me, oh man, he cut the fuck up. He didn't cut the fuck up on me. He cut the fuck up on her. He knew
Mm,
better, but I keep the beam about it. From my little sexy page on the coast, I end it with this man. Nolan was knocking the Mario coins out for her. Shit just went crazy when the girl went to the country. When she went,
I
when she
believe
went
that.
out,
Yeah, I can see that.
I believe
when she
that.
went out there, man, she just went, she just went crazy.
I do. Gordo, thank you for pulling up with me. Cookie,
Man,
thank you.
salute, man.
Gordo,
You are
2:30
Salute.
tomorrow. Pull up.
All
Pull
right,
up.
all right, man. I'm gonna pull up, man. I'm gonna pull up.
Pull up.
Salute to you,
And
man, Park. It was a good show.
salute to you too. Salute to Love Jones, Queen. If y'all want to pull up with y'all being from there to Queen and stuff, I want to hear about people from Mississippi and stuff like that. Cause I'm with James. We've always heard that, you know, to me, the stories of Mississippi is like they are still stuck in the 60s. But girls, like, not from what I seen, but everybody has a different perception. But girls said, not where we are. And then somebody said, down south is more racist. Because we know, even in North Carolina, even in Kentucky, it's certain parts in Kentucky that I say, hey, don't go down there and drive crazy, drive the speed limit. No nothing, no weed, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Based off of stories that we still get today from down there. And you wouldn't think, because with times changing, you wouldn't think, but it's just certain parts you just don't mess around in due to the racism and stuff. If someone does get convicted, I don't think the person won't do much time. Being absolutely James, even with it being a cover up and stuff. Any last thoughts? Will Cookie drop down? Thank you, Cookie. I hope you pull up tomorrow, Cookie. I love your perspective on this case. I love all y'all perspectives and stuff like that. Thank you, Essence. Thank you. Yes, Love Jones. I want to hear from people. And then it's racism in all states. It's racism, but Mississippi just has a history that's just there. We all have history in every state, but it's something about Mississippi. Their history is thick as thistles. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Don't forget to go over there and catch what Tatum said about why they said somebody was dead on that boat. Why? The reason. That right there told it all to me. I don't even think I need to hear anything else. We was panicking. We panicked, but we ain't. Hell, we done had things happen. You ever been stuck on the elevator? Do we say we dead? Do we say somebody dead? Have you been in think about a situation you've been in and you panic? Do you say someone's dead when they're not? Thank y'all for the super stickers. Thank you, Chris, for the Cash App. I seen it. Chris, thank you, sis, for the Cash App. I appreciate that. Thank y'all for the gems. Thank y'all for the ones that support me over there on my TikTok with the cheers and stuff. I seen those flip mode and all of y'all. Thank y'all so much and stuff like that. I want to start going over there to the Twitch, maybe on the weekend, maybe Saturday. I'll try the Twitch and do things like that and get into different conversations and stuff. Tomorrow, we're going to not just get into Nolan. We're going to get into David and Celeste. Then I'm going to take an hour and break down the Naziah Harris phone call, this last one that Shanitra Speaks dropped for my Naziah Harris people and stuff like that. We cannot move past that and stuff like that. And I do agree with Gordo. What about that baby down in Mississippi? Why has the goalpost moved past that baby losing his life? Why has the goalpost moved past justice for Carmelo? See, we have to stay focused on all of these cases. So I'm going to try to bring as many cases back in these next couple of days that, no, we can't let them just brush these cases under the rug. We're going to talk about it. And also, I want to get in touch with some civil rights activists and stuff like that in different states to see what we can do as a community instead of, like Cookie said, just looking for one person to be the hero. Why can't we be the hero in the face of our communities? Because I think we can. I think we can all be the face. Not to say I did that, but just like Gordo said, standing up for what's right is right and wrong is wrong. And Officer Tatum, you are wrong. You are so wrong. And it's blowing up in your face. We're all watching this. We are all watching this. And it's disgusting. Y'all, there's anybody that's messing with that woman, Nolan's mother, is disgusting. It's disturbing. I've never seen somebody get for want answers. And prayers to all the mothers and fathers who have lost a child and are grieving. And y'all relive trauma looking at these cases. I know y'all do. I know it takes y'all back to losing y'all loved ones. And I'm so praying for y'all. I seen Karen B mention it about her losing a child. I've seen so many mothers saying that in Shank's chat earlier about losing children. And I'm so praying for y'all. And I'm so sorry for y'all loss. And I'm so sorry that y'all have to see this and relive trauma every day due to injustice. Because we're not going to fix the justice system sitting here just talking about it. Cookie says she's trying. She does what she has to do as an educator. When I went to South Carolina the other day, the woman said, I can't do this by myself, but I am. We have to help. On our times off, on our days off, we have to step up. Because it's racism everywhere, not just in Mississippi. It's a lot of deaths of our young black men and women being overlooked and swept under the rugs. So we're going to go to every state. I know how I like to do it. I want to cover all the states. Okay? We still looking for baby Genesis in Alabama. And so many others. We'll never forget Trayvon Martin. We'll never forget Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. We have to keep saying their names to remember how this shit starts and ends with us, Officer Tatum. Not as a Nigerian, not as a African American, just being black in America, period. We are hunted. It's almost like we are hunted people. As sad Andy Gordo said, yeah, when you go to this town, you better ride the speed limit. We shouldn't have to feel like that, even though we should ride the speed limit. But it's just the fact of us being scared because we are an endangered species. Thank you, LaToya. What's the Twitch? Samai, can you drop my Twitch real quick? I do the same, but they don't think they can change things. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shanquilla went over there with her friends. They was black. See, we need to start speaking out for our own too. Not just the white people. We need to start speaking out when it's our own doing this too. Like in Cottonwood, Alabama. Not Cottonwood. Shit, I wouldn't even go there just because it's Cottonwood. That sound racist, Cottonwood. No, baby. And you know you can tell the towns. Leslie, you can see. Do you have an IG? Yep, I do. You know you can read a town and just tell like, I don't wanna go there. I can tell it's prejudice. And when me and when we went up there to cover that story in South Carolina, it wasn't nothing but Confederate flags. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. And you get them looks in the store like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I see people saying we need to bring segregation back. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to talk about. For real, it's a lot to talk about, but this case keeps getting deeper. The dark side of it and the narrative. Salute everybody. Y'all have a blessed Wednesday. I know my ass is sleeping in till 2:30. We got a lot of lives to cover tomorrow, you guys. Salute. Everybody have a
Miss Parker, the YouTube star, lighting up the screen, you know who you are, bringing news you can use and a laugh or two. She's got the facts, the fun, and the realest view, with a voice so smooth and a smile so bright. She's shining like a beacon in the darkest night. Deep dives on the stories that really matter. She's breaking it down, cutting through the chatter. Pop and stay a while, you'll feel right at home. She's got a little something for everyone, with a heart so big and an attitude strong. Miss Parker's where you know you belong. She's an advocate, a friend, a voice for the unheard, asking all the questions, never missing a word. Or a second to none. She's blazing like the sun. Miss Parker, the only one. She's got the news to amuse and the truth to reveal. Digging for the answers, keeping it real. For those who need a champion, she's standing tall. Fighting for justice, she's giving her all. With every upload, she's making a change. Bringing people together, no matter the range. So hit that subscribe, don't miss a beat. Miss Parker's got the content that can't be beat. Questions we all have, she's not afraid to ask. Uncovering the story, she's up to the task.